My fellow Americans and autists who voted for Trump, it's your boy Dank Brandon here. Well, here's a joke for you. What do Willie Brown and the 2024 presidential election have in common? Kamala Harris blew both of them. I shouldn't have said that.
Do not come. Do not.
I'm gonna come.
I'm sorry. No, 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 no. Why?
It's all right. It's all right. I feel that way too. It's all right. We feel that way together, okay? Let it out. Let it out.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm so pissed off! Fuck! 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 God damn it!
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
EBTs and above. EBTs and above.
Kaya, please just fucking go, but just stop.
You deserve whatever suffering could possibly come to you. If you are a Republican and try to start any of that kind of nonsense with me in person, you will lose your life.
And just now, Elon Musk did a German World War II salute.
Last night, I was at Benihana with my girlfriend, and the server said, "What about you, sir? What would you like?" My girlfriend, God bless her heart, steps in, says, "Actually, that's ma'am."
Good writing, Diane. It's a lot like a great cup of coffee. When it's made right, it just warms you from the inside out.
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Which podcasts are you listening to? Which accounts are you subscribing to? I'm interested, like genuinely.
We'll give you a moment to do some introductions, but before we do that, guys, hoist them if you got them. Let's give a toast to the inauguration of our 47th president. In fact, what may soon become the God Emperor, Donald J. Trump. Throw him back, gang.
Cheers.
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 Yeah. Sorry about you being Canadian, Beck.
Silent Hill F was made for women.
That's why Airbag likes it so much. True.
And I see you, Hypno. Hypno says that's gay. Smash JT. What the fuck? I mean,
it's sleeping with McDuggan's body pillow.
Look. This is the way I think about McDuggan's. Is
I'm straight, but sometimes in Dragon Age Inquisition, I got in a relationship with one of the male characters.
If you turn the lights off, you don't know what kind of hole it is. It doesn't matter. You just shut the lights off, and everyone's the same. True.
I think Jay just got a clip right there.
Well, Jay, she's a prized journalist.
Oh, is she?
Well, I mean, she hasn't won any awards, but she's been nominated. So...
Oh, like Yote.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. She's the Yote of journalism.
Of journalism, indeed.
Woke, gay, and doesn't win shit. Excellent.
Anyway, thank you, Destructive Disc, by the way. I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody. Anyway, so let's get back to the super chats. So let me see. We got JayViper with a 2. I didn't even see this super. I didn't even read the super chat. I'm over here fucking going off right now, and this super chat is on screen the entire time. Holy shit. This is the best $2 you ever spent. This shit's up the entire time. Yeah, this is your pile of poop face moment, like Jaffe. That is great.
People are rising up, the legends here tonight. Crowd going wild under bright pixel lights. His blue eyes are glowing and he's always ready to fight. He's got the killer skills to make the woke completely combust in flames. Throws down the hard truth bombs they hate, but the base trust his game. Keeper, commander, relieve mouse clicks precise in his command. He plays the field like a pro and leaves every opponent on reprimand. Heartbeats racing fast, the screens are lighting up and glowing wild. Legend fully loading, no one's ever gonna slow him down. Our king's on the throne now, wearing the ultimate crown. JayViper is awesome, so awesome. He's so good looking, it's true. Crowds in total love, wear it all. Hearts all shaking hard, keep shaking. Go Jay, go Jay, go. He's unstoppable, unstoppable. King of the game, no doubt, no doubt. Viper's ruling now, let's shout. JayViper, JayViper, hands up. Yeah, he's phenomenal. How is this possible? Blue eyes shining bright like a vast endless pixel sky at night. Gaming reflexes razor sharp, his instincts never miss the fight. He's the ultimate joystick legend, mastering every single controller. Keyboard king, reigning supreme, every move of nation. JayViper is awesome, so awesome. He's so good looking, it's true. Crowds in total love, wear it all. Hearts all shaking hard, keep shaking. Go Jay, go Jay, go. He's unstoppable, unstoppable. King of the game, no doubt, no doubt. Viper's ruling now, let's shout. JayViper, JayViper, hands up. Yeah, he's phenomenal, phenomenal. From shooters to RPG campaigns, he dominates every game. Tweets go viral, woke rage rising, bosses slayed. He beat the game. JayViper is awesome, it's so true. He's so good looking, we love him. Crowds in total love, he's so fun. Hearts all shaking hard, we're quaking. Go Jay, let's go. He's unstoppable, no stopping him. King of the game, no doubt, no doubt. Viper's ruling now, we near. JayViper, 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 JayViper. JayViper is so freaking awesome.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Friday edition of the Viper Byte. We're up to number 89. That's 20 extra if you if you know what I'm talking about. And I think you do. I think you do. Yes, you do. What's up, everybody? Yes, we had quite the adventure to even get this stream going. And Fridays are always a little tight because I get to go and take my daughter to volleyball, which is a little trip away from the house, there for a while, and we get to come back, eat, and then set up and go. Boom, off and running. Today, the return trip turned into a catastrophe, and not the good kind of cats. Not like the cats you can pick up and walk around with in Crimson Desert, okay? The bad kind of cats. The catastrophes. Now, there's another cat we're going to be talking about today, starts with a K. She sucks, but she also lost. We'll get into that. But yeah, so I did end up on the side of the road. That did happen. We will talk about that. It was sad. I cried. I did not cry. I was like, damn it. I'm gonna be late for the stream. Sad times. Let's talk about the people that are in the chat, though. The ones who found the stream, even though I started late, you are the best. If you have notifications on the channel, God bless you. And if you don't have notifications on the channel, how the hell did you get here so quick? That is impressive stuff. In which case, do please turn on the notifications so you do get them in case this ever happens, or for any reason, the notifications stop going out, because the regular alerts, you'll just start missing them if notifications are off. But bless you all for being here. Thank you so much for showing up. I didn't know how it would go. Like, when you start late, it can go bad. And then, like, no one shows up until, like, an hour and a half after you've already started. This has happened back in the past, where I'm just going. I'm like, but, I'm going to have a show because this thing's going to continue. I'll keep it up. And even if you find it late, you can always watch it. So we're always happy to be here. And I appreciate everyone for showing up. Even if there's one or two of you, it's amazing that 16 so far have actually found the stream so early. Do make sure you like the stream. And we all know the haters are here that love Marathon, even though it sucks. And you all make sure you dislike it, because we know why you're here. Hello, everyone say hi to the Marathon stands, the ones who will eat anything Bungie gives them. Say hi. Make sure everyone say hi to them. Say hi, Marathon stands. We know you're here. It's cool. Go ahead and post pictures. Go post pictures on X. You know you're excited to. You can't wait until I bring up SteamDB. You're waiting. You're like, God, he's gonna open SteamDB in this. He's gonna open it, and we're gonna be here to take a picture. It's gonna be incredible. You guys, you can't fucking wait. It's amazing. I know I can't wait. What's up, Maverick? Good to see you, buddy. We got Maverick over on Rumble saying the show must go on. Absolutely. Who do we have in the chat? We got Smash J motherfucking T throwing out hugs already. And there's a reason for that. And we'll get to that on the pre-stream. Party Crashers. We'll talk about that. We do have Astrobot. What's up, man? I will stay for a sec, then do my workout and come back. I want to see the feedback before I even consider buying it. Everyone is playing for views, obviously. Oh, of course. I will, if we do unlock the stream today, if we unlock the gaming stream, it absolutely 100% will be Crimson Desert. If we do not unlock this gaming stream, I'm playing that after anyway. So the only question is Jay going to stream it, or is he just going to play it on his own? That's really it. I'm playing it anyway. So will we stream it and have a good time together or not? So do please, if you can, let's hit the tier. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. 14 stream streak, thanks to you guys. Freaking incredible. We're blowing records around here. We're going crazy. We've long blown away the last one. We just continue moving. I would love to get that to 15. Please, if you can, it would be incredible. And if not, it's fine. I get it. Jerk. But what's up, Astrobot? Good to see you. We do have Scene is here. What's up, Scene? Seen and not heard. It's called Scene GG now. Wait, did you change it, or is that because of the name thing? What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you back. It's been a hot minute. I hope you're doing well. Bowsette's here. Bowsette, the most busy person in my Discord is Bowsette, and I super appreciate you, Bowsette. Thank you very much. It's up to you as well. We have Slay. Every motherfucking game is here. Throwing up the devil horn, Slay. That's not very Christian of you, but you are welcome here, my friend. Good to see you. Hopefully the wrestling is going fantastic for you. We've got Nandor saying Crimson Desert isn't for me, but I wouldn't call it slop. There's people, like, I literally say, people are calling this slop and, like, show, like, a really cool thing. People are like, people are not calling it slop. The people are calling it slop. They've been calling it slop since before it released. How you can look at that game and say slop. This is where we are. This word is going to be nothing soon. When you say AI slop, right, you think crap AI where you got extra hands and fingers and it looks like crap, but then they just start calling anything they even think could possibly be AI slop. People like to say that my PFP on X isn't slop. I have never told them if it is or is not. It is not AI. It is not AI. An artist actually made that for me. But go ahead, go off, fam. Keep calling it that. It's so funny. We've got Ms. Sparkles is in here saying, I picked the first choice only because of the exclamation points. Well, I guess you voted for slop. Look at you. Look at you, Ms. Sparkles. I'm wearing your least favorite shirt with the ugly little tacos. These are sunsets. These are sunsets, Ms. Sparkles. How dare you? Tacos? I do work on a taco truck. I do drive it from time to time for roadkill, though. That is true. That is true. We got Grogbass. What's up, man? Yeah, I wouldn't call it slip, but I have zero interest in Crimson... Oh, slop. I wouldn't call it... You have zero interest? Okay, I feel that, though. I mean, it's not for everyone. Like, Slay the Spire is a great game, but that's not for everyone. Slay the Spire is not for everyone. There's plenty of people who'll be like, hell no, and I totally get it. Good to see you, man. Charlie Nuclear bringing the toxic positivity here. What's up, buddy? Love to see you. Volleyball is fun, Bowsette. Agreed. It's a lot of fun. I really liked volleyball when I was a kid, too. Big fan. Let's see. We're just scrolling. Wow, you guys are really talkative. Good to see you. Wait. It's your YouTube anniversary. Fuck YouTube, though. The AI nuked your streams twice this morning. Oh, dude. Well, that sucks, but also congrats on the YouTube anniversary. Is it your 1 year? How many years you got going on? We got King Alu Cord is here as well. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully this stream finds everyone here doing well and not broken down on the side of the road like it found me earlier. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. You can tell that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that one. Oh God, this thing keeps auto-scrolling me and I'm missing the people. When we use slop, it's accurate. When they call it slop, it's because they don't like it. They say slop tubers, and let me tell you, when they say slop tuber, they mean just people who talk about things that are going on to their chat. That's literally a slop tuber. I'm slop tubing right now because I'm just talking to you guys. Therefore, slop tubing. It means nothing. Like Hassan started saying that, they just start saying slop tuber because they're mindless drones. You're not allowed to just talk to your chat. That's slop tubing. Meanwhile, that's all they do. It's exactly the same. It's so dumb. Who else we got in here? We've got Kyle's here. What's up, man? You're here now, but you listened to your version of the JayViper anthems before the stream. Oh, you had to listen to it? I do like it. If you went with the same one, I do like it. It was solid. I liked it. Yeah, so Kyle is working on his version of my theme song, and it goes a little harder in spots. It's pretty good. I like it. 1 year, Slay. Well, congrats, man. Viper slop? Yeah, right? That doesn't exist. Not here, my friends. When I post things, there's a lot of thought goes into it. Okay? I remember, we're operating on 160 IQ here, so I understand when I put out, like, basically a SteamDB chart, and I just say these are the numbers, and people are like, you can't, this is racism, you can't put this out there, you're just a slop tuber, oh my God, rage baiting. Really, I just put them up there, one, because I find it very interesting. I find numbers interesting. It's one of the cool things about Hollywood. You actually just see the numbers. How much did it make? How much did it make? I want that for video games. I want it today. I want to know how much everything's making, how many copies are moving. I want to know how much it costs to make. I want score sheets. I want to be able to put up Crimson Desert cost, say, 200 million to make, and it probably didn't. It was made in South Korea, but it is probably less. But we'll just say 200 million. I'm like, okay, it sold 2 million copies on Steam, minus 30%. This is how much money it is in the red right now. It hasn't made enough. Will it? Could, maybe. But holy shit, numbers, God forbid we actually show raw data, you guys. Because one, when we talk about the raw data, they always like, you don't know the console. You don't know the console numbers though. But hello, they probably look something like this, because we can see where this thing is on the charts of the top sellers, and then we go and say how many people are active on PlayStation 5 every month, and we can go, okay, this is how many are active on Steam every month, and this is how many are active on PS5 every month. And then we could go, okay, well, there's more on Steam. There is. There's more on Steam than PS5. Quite a bit, actually. It's much bigger. And so Steam's about as big as PS5/Xbox Series, right? Those two together equal about Steam. About. So you could say, if it's all kind of the same, well, you can do that multiple. Same thing with Marathon. Same thing. You can do it. Except Marathon was performing so badly on console, it was down so far that we knew it was underperforming greatly. We're talking, this thing was in 18th place. 2-3 days after release, it couldn't get up. It could not climb up. It finally got up the next week, okay? So you can look at this and be like, this is not doing very well. Okay, there's definitely not more people on console, period. It's a PC game. And then Paul Tassi comes out, well, guys, I just talked to the people I know over at Bungie, and yeah, so there's more people on PC. It's actually it's their biggest platform, and there's more. In fact, what was his actual words? It's basically more than 50% are on PC. More than 50% are on PC. The bulk of the audience is on PC. That doesn't mean the bigger piece of the pie is on PC and it's this much, and the other ones share that much. No. More than 50%. It's like this PC, and then this console. That's how that works. That's how you know. Okay? That's how you know. And that's kind of what I was going on. I'm like, dude, the PC is where it's at. This is what's happening. Numbers are like holy water to journalists. Yes, numbers that we can get, though. Numbers that we can get are holy water. Because we all know they're the devil. Okay, that's true. This is true. Okay, this is fair. Everyone can say it's true. They're the devil. It's true. But numbers they get are totally fine. In fact, when Paul Tassi has a picture on his thumbnail of the Steam charts, that's okay too. And when Paul Tassi says, well, Highguard, you could kind of tell by the Steam charts that it wasn't tracking very well. No shit. This is what we talk about all the time. Hello? Of course you can do it. Of course you can. They just don't like the fact that we have access to raw data and that we don't have to call our contacts. Hey, Mr. Steam contact, are you talking to me today? Can I talk to you about some things? And then you talk about it, and then everyone will be like, well, you don't really have a contact. No, we don't need it. Because it's on SteamDB, bitch. Anyway, just a little tangent as we're saying hello to everyone. And I do want to shout out, White Wolf Heathen is here. Hello. Tassie typically talks to the voice in his head. Well, I do believe Tassie has... Like, when Tassie says, I've talked to my sources, I believe he has his sources. I do. But when it comes to Tassie saying, I like this game or not, I always have to look at Tassie and be like, I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if I believe anything you have to say. This is a guy who treated Stellar Blade like it was poison, but then was like, yay, Veilguard. Yeah. Hello? What's wrong with you? And then Jason Schreier, another, I like Avowed more than I like Expedition 33. Then you're out. You're out. We're not talking to you anymore. You're done. It's over for you, buddy. Look at Dank Memes, Bowsette. What have you done? What has Bowsette done? I'm going to go look at Dank Memes. Hold on. I may have already. Oh, no. She posted something new. Hold on. All right, but Bowsette has posted something on the Dank Memes in Discord. I'm going to take a chance that this is okay to show. Let's see. Is that Paul Tassi? What's she doing? Where's she going? Where's she going with this? What the hell? What is this? What the hell did I just watch? What's happening? Oh, she's moving the goalpost. I get it. She's moving the goalpost. I got it. Oh, yeah, they love to do that. That's their favorite. They do love to do that. Oh, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe it's time to get in to the pre-stream party crashers. What do you guys think? I do think so. So if you want to be part of the pre-stream party crashers, get your subscriptions, your gift subs, or your super chats in right now. Otherwise, you're going to come in after the pre-stream party crashers, and you're going to be part of the party, but it's going to be like the after party. You know what I'm saying? Pre-stream party crashers, that's where you let's go.
I said, ooh, come on, baby, turn the lights off.
I can dance like that, by the way. Maybe even better. IRL. That's it. That was AI slop, but we like it sometimes. Some AI slop is good in your life. Some AI slop in your life is good, actually. Okay? It's true. First, we have Smash J Motherfucking T. Okay? He came in here. This man has notifications on because I don't think this stream was set up longer than 2 minutes. This guy comes in and drops a gifty sub, which went to Patrick McGee 06. Shout out to you, Patrick. You got yourself a gift sub. Yes, you did. And shout out to Smash for dropping that gift sub. Huge thank you, man. I appreciate that. And with every Smash legendary drop, we get to watch this.
I need money. I just do. It's for food and vacations, not the lawsuit.
And that is true, by the way. The lawsuit continues. They want... Get this. They found nothing jurisdictional. So they just want more stuff that they didn't already ask for. Just more things. We want more, they say. It's never ending. Never ending. In any case, we get around here, we do hug. Drop in the hugs for the brand new subs. Shout out.
Can I have a hug?
And of course, Smash pre-hugged. Pre-stream pre-hugging Crasher.
Come here.
I'm not coming over there.
Pretty impressive.
Hey, don't touch me. Get away from me.
That is pretty impressive that he dropped the hugs. He knew right away to drop the hugs. That's pretty goddamn impressive. Shout out. Shout out to the legendary Smash for that. Huge. We also have Scene GG, also known as Seen and Not Heard. What's up, man? Good to see you saying Crimson Desert. Pick up cats and pet them. Win with the £2. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, dude. It is true. You can pick up cats and carry them around with you.
High five.
As soon as I realized I could pick up a cat, I went into a tavern. And I just had my cat walking around the tavern. Unfortunately, as soon as you talk to someone, you put the cat down. I was like, damn, I just wanted to hold the cat and walk around forever, talking to people with the cat in my hand. No, I went to talk to the barmaid lady. I was like, click, click, and it was like, brr. I was like, damn. Like, I want to just carry the cat. You can also yeet them. You can eat many things. You can eat many, many, many things in there. It's a good time. And again, if we do get to tier 1, we are playing Crimson Desert tonight. Tonight on the stream. We also, look at Scene. Scene dropping a 5 too. What's up, dude? Thank you very much for the 5. That's a shout out, my friend. If numbers weren't important, why are pi and the golden ratio integral in nature? Numbers, let's just say this. Numbers are super important. Literally the entire world runs on them, whether you know them or not. The numbers are like literally electricity the voltage in your body, all measurable. Everything is measurable. Without math, we would all be dead. We would all be actual slop. We would all just be goo. So just think about that. Without math, then you get the slop. Steam charts, math, not slop. And Steam charts without math would be slop. So there you go. And that's just how it is. That is factually correct. And shout out to you again for the 5 scene. I appreciate you, man. I too feel all right. I do. And I feel even better now that I see Kyle coming here with saying, wow, 11 months. How the hell has it been 11 months, Kyle? Has it been 11 months? 11? Jesus Christ, how old are we? Kyle, shout out to you for the 11 months. Wow, 11 months. I think I'll have to change that. Ha ha ha. Did you, wait, what do you mean change it? Did you see the new Struggle Bus video you're in? I sent you a link. I did. Did I not reply to you? I did see it. It's actually real good. We can check it out right after this. Kyle has made a Struggle Bus video that is extended, and I hope to see it very soon on Smash's stream because every night is a Struggle Bus, if you know what I mean. Shout out to you, Kyle. Let's hug, baby.
Can I have a hug? No. Give me a hug.
No way.
Come here.
I'm not coming over there.
Let's go.
You're. Hey, don't touch me.
Oh.
Hog, get away from me.
That's just how it is. Thank you, man. 11 months is a long ass time, and I do appreciate it. That is very, very cool of you. Let me actually pull that up. We're gonna watch the Struggle Bus. I have that. You sent it to me over here. Where are you? There it is. Where? Who? All right. One's in the chat. One in the chat. Okay. Look at this. If we get at least 3 1s from 3 different people, we'll play it. If we get 3 2s, we won't. This is the Struggle Bus video. It's in 1 minute and 43 seconds. We need 3 1s in the chat if you want to watch this. There we go. We're going to see. Do we? Well, there's a lot of ones. Okay, well, that's very good. Awesome, because Kyle's famous. And this is what I was hoping to see. I want to see the community just supporting the heck out of Kyle. Okay, so right after this, I'm going to drop a link. So you've all said one. After this, you go there and you press a like on it. And you subscribe. Now let's watch it.
Hey, this bus,
whoa. Well, we just hit a chicken. That was the courtroom. Oh, that is good. That guy gets a move. That guy must be good looking. Uh-oh, look who's trying to get on the bus. This is when you accidentally go right into a fence and just let it straight down the side. What's that face? What is this? Why is it on 320? Who's that? Who's that? What the fuck is that? Wait. What is this? Oh, that's Robocock? Oh, it's Robocock. Look at this face that Smash makes. Why Smash driving a bus and crashing into the building that Smash is drinking wine in? What the fuck?
Welcome to the ride.
Ooh. Look at this guy. Not creepy at all. Not creepy. Not blinking at all. Wait, let's smash his face just... Wait. This is so stupid.
Welcome to the Struggle Bus.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, he changed. Now he's Pixar-y. Ooh, this is a party.
Yeah, we ain't moving.
Boom. Damn. I had a struggle car today. That's true. That hand motion Jay does is for women too. Dude, let me tell you, I have had no complaints. Zero. I'm too comfy on top of the manic struggle. I'm telling you, I ain't afraid of nothing. Okay? I was on the side of a highway today, fixing a car. Okay? On the left side of the highway, because I couldn't get over to the right when it happened. So I'm on the left side, on the median, with the trunk open, cars go boom, 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 boom. Me doing all this. Got the tow truck on the way, but I'm fixing it. Right? Tow truck's like 99 minutes. I was like, the fuck you, 99 minutes. So I'm over there and I'm like, I'm fixing. I'm in there. I'm like, I know what's wrong, but I just have to see what can I make this work with my hands? Because I don't have the tools to fix this. But I'm in there with my hands. Oh, I'm greasy. I got gasoline over there because it's freaking gases everywhere because the fuel line popped. I'm in there just making it happen. Boom, boom, boom. Jay got that car moving today. Oh, yes, he did. We got off the highway. Meanwhile, again, boom, 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 boom. You can feel it, right? And it's moving the car. Every freaking car that goes, boom, boom. Freaking A. Yeah, of course I can be on top of a struggle bus. I can be up there. That's easy mode. No problem. That did suck, though. Today did suck. That just came out of nowhere. That did suck. But I did drive it to the mechanic because I'm like, literally the day before. Yesterday, okay? Literally the day before. My friends, guess what? I got the car back because it had a check engine light on. Because the fuel sensor needed to get replaced with a new harness and a new fuel line. Uh-huh. Guess which fuel line? The one they replaced that popped off today. That something's not right with. So guess who's not paying for that to get fixed? Me, I hope. Although I did just pay $1 million to get that to that point. But at least, hopefully, that'll be dealt with. Although there's something with the car it's doing like this. It's shimmying. Maybe I need an alignment. But this was me today. This was me. Just take a little picture on the side of the road. The car's zooming by. The flashers were on. I thought I took a picture with the flashers on, but I guess I missed them. But was Jay worried? No. Once it started getting dark, I was like, I'm fixing the fucking car. We're here for too long. We're out of here. I'm getting out of here. Smashes, Wreck It, Ralph, Jay is fixing. Felix, thank you very much. I get the little hammer. I'm like, ding, ding. I wish I had a little hammer that would just go up to the engine and be like, boing. We out of here. What speed does it shimmy? It likes to shimmy. Higher speeds, you can really feel it kind of go, like, it's not bad. Like, it's not doing anything to the wheel, though. I feel like it's just in the car, like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, you especially notice it when you're going 60, and when you're getting on an off-ramp and you start, like, coasting, you really notice it. And it's going, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I think it's a balancing issue, which should be relatively inexpensive. But all those wheels are new with balancing. So, what did they fuck up? That's the question. What did they do wrong? Yeah. It might be wheel weights. You bet wheel weights. You think there's a weight thing? There's something is up. It's driving me crazy. But I had my kid look at it while I'm driving it to see if he noticed a wobble. But he didn't. But I can't go flying through the parking lots either. So it's not like he can go 60 miles an hour away and 60 miles straight at him. You think a wheel weight fell off? Oh. Where do those go? Where do the wheel weights go? Is that just on the rim somewhere? Maybe. When you were a kid, your mom had a car that you had that hit a starter motor? Wait, you had to hit the starter motor with a hammer to get to start. Those are the OG. You could actually beat the fuck out of those things. Inside the barrel they stick on, I will mention it. If it isn't the wheels, it's going to be buckling of the steering column. God, I hope not. Dude, that's my biggest worry is it's something like that, dude, because that's not cheap. I need it to be an alignment issue or the weights thing. So everyone pray right now. Just a little moment of silence for my car. and hoping it's just an alignment issue. Okay, that's long enough. Thank you all. Thank you for the prayers. Balance weights get hammered in the inner rim. Something happened. And you know what happened recently on that same car is on the front, the calipers seized, right? So they were just on, and the smoke, this was months ago now, months like last summer. The smoke barreling up from the car as I'm driving. Like I'm driving on a highway, right? Different highway. I'm driving on a highway, and I'm like, this road's terrible. I'm like, what is going on? It happened while I was driving. I'm like, what is going on? Like, this road is terrible. I'm like, why is it so bad? Like, this is terrible. Like, this road sucks. I slow down, and the front right smoke is pouring off the brakes. Just, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, all right, well, they're already fucked. So I'm like, all right, where's a place I can go? Let me look up a place I can go real quick. I look up a place I can go very close, like a half a mile away. I drive to this place, and the smoke is just, I'm like, whatever. It doesn't even matter anymore. They're toast. The calipers are toast. I pull into the place. I'm like, hey. They're like, yeah. I'm like, look at the smoke. They're like, oh, well, looks like you have some seized calipers. I'm like, yeah, I do. So they replaced one. Big mistake. Because you're not supposed to just replace one. You have to replace both. I start driving. It's fine. The next day, I'm like, this road feels like shit. I'm like, oh no. No, this is not good. The road feels like shit. This is what it felt like yesterday. I let off the gas, and the car starts doing the slow down thing. The other one went. Because that's what always happens, I guess. When I talk to them, they're like, yeah, that happens a lot. So not only did that one go, but the other one went again. Because it fried them again, fried the caliper, fried the rotor immediately, because you notice this at a high speed. It happens very quickly. It breakdowns very fast when it happens. So I'm like, dudes. So the good thing is, they were like, listen, totally our bad. That one that we already replaced, we're not gonna charge you obviously for that. We're gonna get all new parts and replace the whole thing and the lines, and then you'll be all good. So I only had to pay for the other side. What a disaster. What a freaking disaster. That's what, yeah, why would they do that? I don't know. Always replace all as sets, yes. And what's funny is they even told me when they replaced the one, they're like, well, a lot of times what happens is the other one will go soon after. So just know that, if you see that happening, just let us know. I'm like, okay. Me not knowing, I've never had this. So then, of course they went, like literally the next day, because they only replaced the one side, so the other side doesn't know what to do. So it's doing too much, and then it freaking locks, and then it locks the other one, and it's all locked, because it's all... And then my other car, months later, it happened to the back. Except, I went to a different place, they're like, you got to do both sides when you do... I'm like, yes, I know, I was going to tell you that if you tried this bullshit. I mean, like, yeah, we have to do both sides. I was like, yeah, completely seized on the other car, too. Fucking annoying. How annoying. Yeah, I don't know. They let me just drive away. Yeah. Thanos perfectly balanced. Yes, it is perfectly balanced now. Well, now the car is shuddering, so that's great. Bowset's Fury, retired mechanic. Well, thank you. I'll call you next time. I'm seeing people are DMing me actually about my car. On X. I don't know if they're worried if they're gonna give me like, hey, by the way, this or that. Let's see. Oh. Mark Fox broke down as well today. He had to push his bike for 30 minutes. Well, rip to you, Mark. I'm sorry to hear that. Damn it. Poor Mark. That sucks. Yeah, so the worst part about me breaking down today was I was on the side of a highway, but I had my daughter with me. So I really wasn't happy about that, because I'm like, okay, my daughter's here. They're telling me 99 minutes. I just feel like that's just a number. Just one less than 100, just so they can tell you, right? That's what I think. And then I'm like, well, but I'm here on the side of this highway. People are flying 70 miles, 80 miles an hour past me. I couldn't get to the right lane. I couldn't take the exit. There was no getting over because I could not, the gas did nothing. I could not. I tried to get right. I couldn't. There was too many cars. I was like, all right, fuck it. I had to get left. This sucks. But at least I get over enough. But I fixed it. I got it so we could move again. And then I called the tow truck guy. I'm like, hey, I made it to the place, so we're good. Yeah. You had a slow puncture one of your front tires, replaced both tires. They only had about 10,000 left on them. Okay, well, that's not too bad since it's near the end. I had one go just barely called sidewall, even though it's on the flat part. And I was like, no, I'm not buying a new tire for this. I did the plug myself. Yeah. Yeah, this is a 2017. It ain't that new. It ain't that fucking new, but this shit should not be happening. I will tell you that. I might be done buying American cars. I've had nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. I want to support America, but if they keep costing me money like this, my other car, I can't tell you how many times I've replaced the transmission 2 times. That's expensive. That's expensive. It costs money. I don't want to do that. It's paid off. I don't want to put any more money in it. Anyway, we're talking about car mechanics and all this stuff. It's a lot of fun. Let's talk about something else. Anyway, this is my day. So, yeah, I came home. I'm like, I'm hungry. I need to wash myself. Not in that order, but yeah, these things need to happen. I got to stream. Then my kids started fighting, like wrestling and being loud. I'm like, listen, Daddy's had a day today, and I need you guys to stop screaming and stop fighting because I don't want to hear any crying. Dad is going to get in chill mode and going to go hang out with some peeps, have a stream, talk about gaming, and then play some Crimson freaking Desert. So everyone just chill out right now. Get a 1994 tempo, 1994 Ford Tempo. You think? Oh, so Grog, okay, so recall issues are great because you don't pay for them. So for my Equinox, the transmission has a critical flaw in it, okay, where this aluminum piece shatters apart. Well, it's also in the whatever car uses the same transmission. The exact same transmission. It's just in a car that there's not so many. The Equinox is sold like crazy. So they don't want to recall it. But they recalled it in the other car. They recalled it. Same thing. But not for the Equinox. There's not even a note. And every time I went to the mechanic, they're like, yeah, these go. Yup, these go. And then on this one, the reason that you got the fuel thing done was because I also went in. I knew that this was going to be a thing anyway. But I also went in because I did have an oil leak had just finally shown up. Finally, right? And they're like, yeah, it's just this little pan thing, right? This little thing that leaks. They're like, yeah, these things, yeah, we see these all the time. Yep, this always goes. I'm like, can we just make some shit that lasts? Like, it used to be for American stuff, you'd pay more, but the shit would last. Now you pay more for nothing. And you just pay more later. Can we at least make shit good? Can we make American engineering worth a goddamn? Why are we making this out of plastic? And then it's such a bitch to fucking change that it costs $1,000 to get to a gasket that was always gonna fail. And then they're like, we got an aluminum one. We're gonna put an aluminum one in there. That one's not gonna break. This is third party and it's approved by the manufacturer. I'm like, well, so they know it's fucked up. And they're not recalling it either when they should. God damn it. This is a car trouble stream. It is. We're still in the pre-stream party crasher, so fuck it. 2 pounds from scene. Yes, it's a car trouble stream. I'm venting, and I appreciate everyone being here for the vent. It's the venting stream, and I do appreciate you. Please like the stream. I thank you very much. But we do have the $2 Make a Me Holla. And thank you, Scene. Good to see you again. Shout out.
High five.
I too am liking the car trouble stream. It looks like, because you know what? The one thing about car trouble is everyone can understand, because everyone has had cars and everyone has dealt with the bullshit. I had a Honda. Hondas are great. Honda's great. Yeah, they're great. Yep. Until they aren't. I had a Honda that broke down. I was like, I don't think this is supposed to happen. There was an O-ring. A little O-ring way down in the engine that always leaked. These always go. I always get that. Oh, that went? Yeah, we see that a lot. That's $1,000. Fuck out of here. Yeah, you got to do all this stuff. Take this off. Yeah, these are really compact cars. Get in there and get. I'm like, yeah, an O-ring, a fucking $10 O-ring. Yeah. Maybe I should get a Toyota, but those things were driving off bridges because people couldn't stop them. Yeah, let's talk about video games. Fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, Lords of the Fallen. Lords of the Fallen. 2.5 million copies sold. They finally passed 2.5 million. This is one that this was like a really slow burn game that people really like, but I just think it's one of those games where, like, when you have Elden Ring and, you know, all the freaking Dark Souls out there that people can play, that people don't really jump in on other games that are similar, even though I don't know if this is, I mean, it is Souls-like, but it's pretty neat how you can go back and forth between the realms, right? Well, this dude, Merrick, right here, Kaminsky, the CEO, creator of Lords of the Fallen, says Lords of the Fallen sold over 2.5 million copies. As of the end of February 2026, the game is officially broken even. It took, I mean, when did this release? Holy shit. They've been working on this game for a while. Now, I'm sure they've been chasing the money because they continue working on it, but it just broke even. That took a long ass time. And he says, huge thanks to every player, supporter, and fan who made this possible. More to come. Stay tuned, because Lords of the Fallen 2 is coming. It's still a little ways out. I know it's like got a ways out, but let's see what Lords of the Fallen release date is. I feel like it's at least 3 years old. Yeah. October 13th, 2023. Yeah. So that took a long time to go positive, but I think they knew they were going to do it. I think they came somewhat close, and then it was just going to kind of trickle in. But wow, that is a long time. Your dad was a car mechanic for 50 years. You worked at his garage as a kid. Oh shit, that's pretty sweet. You had car mechanics forced into your life. Lords of the Fallen was on sale. You bought it 2 days ago. I did see that. I did see this, yes. But I've only heard great things. And so I know they went over the game and they made a pretty decent amount of changes a while back. Like they even added a jump. Like, because people were running around, they're like, why don't you at least have a jump? Like, it's not even necessary, but people want to be able to do jump in a game. It's just one of those things. Like, I'm running around and I can't jump. Like, just let me jump. Just let me jump a little bit. So then they added in. Yeah, the designs. Yeah, cool armor. The designs in Lords of the Fallen are absolutely peak. The designs of the enemies and the armors, your character, freaking great. Like, their designs are great. I really like them. Outside of that, last stream, remember we were talking about Subnautica, right? The lawsuit whole situation over there? Well, you know how we also talked about the early access date? We're like, oh, they already have this early access date. We might have to wonder about that one, because Ted Gill, the newly reinstated CEO, this is from Master TDS, of Unknown Worlds, is accusing Krafton of violating the court's ruling already by announcing Subnautica 2's release date without his approval. This guy gets reinstated as CEO. Krafton goes around the guy already and announces the release date of early access without this guy even. Remember, he's been not involved with the game, so he's not even in the house to look. Very crafty. So according to Gill's legal team, Krafton has made the decision self-servingly after the court had already restored launch authority to him. Of course, he's the CEO. That is, dude, this is not going to end. They are going to be bitter bitches in the news, both of these two back and forth. And I'm totally on this dude's side. At this point, now that it's been reviewed, the judge is like, go F yourself, Krafton. Are you kidding me? Like, you're clearly trying to get out of this $250 million. And now this tension between him and Krafton, unless the courts hammer Krafton, hammer them about this shit, it's going to continue, and they may drop a hammer on him. We'll see what happens, because the lawyers are getting involved again. Gil's legal team is saying they leaked the memo to IGN on purpose to make the launch low-key to try to avoid the $250 million payout. Krafton, of course, denies this is the case. And we're going to go into Video Game Chronicle. Hopefully we can read this. Sometimes these sites are a pain in the ass. Let's get down to the part. This is the betrayal. Where's the new stuff? Okay, here we go. Krafton self-servingly announced the launch without any regards to its impact on the game, the team, or the community, let alone this court's opinion. Their letter to Vice Chancellor Will read. Vice Chancellor Will read, announcing the release of a game is momentous, and it is typically accompanied by significant marketing activity, fanfare, and community coordination. Dude, it did just kind of just happen. We're like, oh, it's releasing now? Well, this is interesting. And most importantly, the announcement is carefully designed to maximize excitement of the game. That entire process was supposed to be driven by Mr. Gil, the guy who designed the game. Remember, this guy founded the company, and he made Subnautica. It's his. And Krafton is doing this behind their back, saying, oh, it's ready. Yeah, we're just going to release that date real quick. We're going to put that out there. They've named it to him, so we're just going to slide out the date. However, in defiance of the court's opinion, Krafton has now taken that away, further damaging the game and sowing additional confusion among the Subnautica community. This has to be a little confusing, yeah. So as a community, especially people who follow Subnautica very closely and are following this very closely and waiting for the game announcements, all of a sudden it was just kind of like dropped through IGN. There was like no announcements, like boom, oh, this is going to happen in May. And they're like, okay, was it April? I don't remember. Was it in here? I don't think it's in here yet. But no, that is an issue, right? So one of the main allegations of the initial complaint was Krafton was trying to delay the game's release and thereby avoid paying the $250 million, which the judge agrees, by the way. Yeah. They had the will of the fans behind them for years. This is going to be really bad. So it is interesting to see how this has been going for Krafton / Subnautica 2, because it does seem like the fans that are on Steam anyway are largely understanding of what's going on, right? They want to support the developers. They want to hit the goals. They're waiting for the game. I mean, the developers are the ones making the game. Krafton's the one that's making the money, right? Or paying them right now. So it seems like they are at least understanding of the situation. Not many of them were really talking about not getting the game because of Krafton, because I think they understand it's going to screw over the devs. Like, they have to move however many copies and have however many peak players are required in order to hit that $250 million. So I think people are on board with it, but this confusion is exactly right. It's confusing. Like, the fact that they're going around this guy, and pretty much that's what happened, right? I talked about this has happened. The judge came down with this. Oh, and it was like, oh, by the way, this is the release date. Oh, I guess that's announced. No, it wasn't really announced. It was slid to IGN, who was more than happy to undercut the dev team. Surprise, IGN undercutting devs. Surprise, weird. So they also, that court's decision on Monday stated the eligibility periods for the bonus was extended to September 15th and noted that the co-founders have a contractual right to further extend this to March 15th of 2027. Do you think the quality could have a significant drop? I do wonder, and the quality drop to me would be substantial because of the CEO. Well, really, the three founders are not there. So who's running the show? That has to be a major concern. Hopefully their direction, what they were working on, was very clear, and they've just been kind of working and knowing their path, but not having the three main people there. They've been ripped away. That's concerning. Yeah, that's concerning. I will say that all the little videos that I've seen so far, it looks good. It looks like Subnautica. It looks like they're doing the right thing. Then the co-op is a big part of it. You definitely have some amount of character customization. You are not the characters that you see in the game, right? You are your character, you're you. So that's that's good, but you know, it is worrisome to see the way this is going. Like, will Subnautica 2 happen? I absolutely believe it's going to release. I absolutely believe it's going to release. It's going to release. Nothing's going to stop this from releasing. But is it going to be pretty? Is getting there going to be tough? Yeah, it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be tough. So the Krafton lawyer claimed the publisher has done nothing wrong, saying on Wednesday that Paputsis's message was simply celebrating the Unknown World's employees' effort towards a past event. Krafton's pre-opinion determination that Subnautica 2 was ready for early access release, it doesn't matter. This does not matter. He was instated as CEO. That's it. It's over. He's the CEO. Krafton only can watch from the outside. None of this matters. Once again, what we've heard from Krafton and what they tried to do to them, I don't believe a goddamn word they had to say. These lawyers, no, I don't. There was nothing improper about conveying the results of the milestone review or thanking the development team for their dedications and talent. No, there's nothing wrong with that, but telling people that the early release is happening, there's something wrong there. It added, in his role of CEO, Gil will be able to assess independently his views of the state of Subnautica 2 and the appropriate release schedule. Nothing in Paputsi's message alters Gil's authority or discretion. Sure, his message didn't do it, but them slipping the date to IGN sure did. And I think that they're going to find out if he did it or not. So, yeah. So anyway, that's something to keep an eye on for the future. I feel like we're going to be talking about Subnautica 2 a lot over the next, 6 months to a year. This just gives me that feeling, where the hair on the back of your neck stands up, where, these people are going to butt heads in the public eye a lot. And it's great. It's great for us. Now, hopefully a good game comes behind it. I do think it will, but it's going to be entertaining. That's for sure. You think it will be Subnautica in name only? This feels like the Dauntless right after it got sold the first time. I don't know. I think that would be true if the founders weren't there. And I'm sure they want a good product. Remember, they were there for a good amount of what's been going on so far. I hope that's not the case. You're not wrong in thinking that that's very possible. It is. I think as long as the founders are there, and they have their vision, and that vision is followed, it won't be Subnautica in name only. And from the videos I've seen, it looks like a true Subnautica next step. Now, I don't know, will it just be Subnautica? This is my worry. Will Subnautica 2 be Subnautica 1? You know what I mean? Will it just be that with co-op and, we just change the story? Hopefully there's some real differences to make it worthy of a 2 and not a DLC. That's my thing. That's my biggest worry. And it has taken a long time. So, clearly, they're not just slapping on some paint, but you never know. You never really know. Will it be like Overwatch 2? Yes. Yes. That's the worry, right? Hopefully it's a 2. A real second in the series. I think it's going to be. I at least think their vision is going to be. Now, again, it's early access, right? This game's going to launch in early access. It's not going to be complete. So a lot of us are going to get in and play, and we're going to be judging it on its early access state. And be like, dude, it's going to be incomplete. It is. Subnautica 1 was incomplete. It was very cool, but it was very incomplete when it released. So much was added throughout the process. And that was 2 years of early access? Maybe even more than that. Maybe 3. It's been so long, I don't remember. But if this follows that same path, it could be very incomplete when it releases into early access with quite a ways to go. But that was the cool thing about Subnautica 1. It really did grow the community. Really, really did. They did a great job with it. Anyway, we will see where that goes. I'm hoping for the best. What's up, Tosi? How's it going? Good to see you up in here. Love to see you, Tosi. Tosi, you got a stream today? Wait, do you have a stream today? Wait, Toasty, where's Fraturday? You better be Fraturdaying right now and just talk to me from Fraturday. Because if you're not, I'm going to be pissed off. If you're not doing that right now, if you don't have a stream going today, right now, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, your body's flaring up? Oh, well, then I'm pissed anyway. I'm pissed at your body for flaring. Well, Toasty, I'm glad to have you here. Hang out, chill out. We're talking about video games. Maybe learn a thing or two about video games. Then I'm going to play Crimson Desert, and you're going to enjoy yourself. Yeah, I hope you feel better, though, Toasty. That sucks. That sucks. You played Subnautica through early access, and it was fun to see the development process. Games like that are so great to be a part of the early access. Here's some games that I was part of early access with. Minecraft. I got in Minecraft and alpha when you could do almost nothing. You just kind of go around. There was a few crafting recipes, but it was neat. It caught on quick. So that was on Java, when you just had the Java launcher, right? It was nothing. And watching that change was really impressive. Another one that I was in was Grounded. I got in Grounded day one of early access and watched that change through the years. What a great journey. Grounded is, I still think, easily top 5 survival game out there. Top 5. Easy. It's so good, man. Grounded 2 is out. I haven't played that one. Grounded 1 was just so good. I don't even need Grounded 2. I don't. I mean, I'll probably play it someday, but Grounded 1 is so good. So freaking great. Another one was Valheim, another survivor. I feel like a lot of Survivor games go early access, but Valheim, when it came out, it felt complete, and they weren't even close to done. They did so much since then. Speaking of Valheim, look at this. For those of you who missed it on the reveal stream, I did get the Valheim board game, and dude, I've read the rule book, and yeah, it's a lot like the game. It's really neat. So I figured out those tiles. Remember how we get the tiles? I'm like, oh, there's 2 sides. So you shuffle the tiles up, like you know how you have it laid out. You know which ones are the meadows, which one's Black Forest. So you shuffle them so you don't know what's on them, because each tile has something. Each tile could be 3 spaces or 1 space, and depending on what it is, you know, there's stuff on it like creatures or loot or whatever. But you don't know what they are. You shuffle them up and you lay it down face down. When you go there, you flip it over and then you populate it. And that's how it works. And your character can move 2 spaces. So sometimes, if those are 3 spaces, you might be able to do 2 because it's like a corner like that. You know what I mean? Or it's just 1. You go 1, boop, see what's there, and go to the next one. Boom. It is a big-ass box. It is a big-ass box. But now that I've read the rules, it is pretty neat. And what I found interesting was that, you know how I was like, oh, like, you fight one of the bosses. I'm like, what are these bosses? Why are they on every single one? You fight a boss every single scenario. So if you're in the meadows, you're going to fight Ecthier at the end, right? It's set up to fight Ecthier. And once you satisfy specific things on each scenario in order, as soon as it's done, you go to the boss. Everyone transports to the boss. And remember the big ones? You go right on there. That sits on top of the board, right? Like on top of the board. And your house is on the other side. So everyone goes there and fights the boss right then. That's how it works. Imagine if there was a collector's edition. I would hope the collector's edition would be full of 3D everything. I do believe that they had a side purchase where you could just buy everything that's 3D, including the enemies, if I recall. But it was not cheap. And I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I don't need them to be 3D. I don't need them to be 3D. The one thing I need 3D is my enemies from HeroQuest, and I need my mom to send them to me, because I want them. You've been playing Frosthaven for the last 2 years? That box was huge. Dude, I went to Target the other day, and I was looking at all the games. There's so many new games that I was like, these look great. Like adult fantasy board games. There's one that's like, there's like this multi-level tree is like part of it. Like, I would have to go and find it again, but let's see, the Target board. Let me go look. Target. Hold on a second. Let me, before I go there. Strategy. There you go. Catan. None of this shit. Wait, what? This is it? Everdell. This fucking game. This game, Everdell. Have you guys heard of this? This looked super interesting. It is straight up a card game though, but obviously there's other pieces. It's one, so you can play it on your own if you want. You can play Valheim, by the way, on your own. If anyone's interested, you can actually do it. You can play all 4 characters, doesn't matter. So you got this. It looks really neat, but I'm like, dude, this is difficult. Like, my kids are not going to want to play this fucking game. Even if it's one player, it is pricey. I mean, these kinds of games are pricey. But now, so you got like berries, twigs, resin, pebbles, 24 critters, an Evertree, this big thing, event tiles, mini cards, 30 point tokens, and 20 occupied tokens, and 18-sided die. 18-sided die. Interesting, right? But it just looked so interesting. But I was like, dude, I'm never going to play this. Looked pretty cool. So anyway, that's I just want to point that one out real quick. Close that. Burp. Did I just say berries and twigs? Not berries, twigs. I may have said berries, twigs, but not berry. Not Obama. He's got twigs and berries. Okay, next. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do what all the marathon fanboys, soy boys, whatever you want to call them, they're here. They're waiting for this specific part. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to jump on over to SteamDB and we're going to look at it. So I'm just going to wave to them. They can screenshot this. What's up, guys? Hey, guys. Go tell people in X how many people are here. You know you want to. You're one of them. So, yeah, his wife does have a twig and berries. That's true. Big Mike? Yeah, Big Mike has a twig and berries. It's true. You're right. Look at this. Crimson Desert. We're clocking number 1 over Counter-Strike. It's been 2 days in a row. And this is the one where I've been keeping an eye on it. I mean, it shot up the chart. It was sitting at 2 days before release. And that's how I knew. I'm like, this is going to do numbers. It's sitting at 2 at pre-sales. Like, this is going to do well. Now, I know a lot of people are like, but where's Marathon? Well, there it is. Hey, it's down here now. That's on 31. That's good. It jumped back up because it was like 46, 48 earlier. Let's refresh. Let's just make sure this is right. Control. Let's just make sure it's really there. Oh, it is. It's back to 31. Good for them. Good for them. They climbed all the way back up to 31. Yeah, this thing's falling off. And of course, you post this on X and people are like, well, maybe that's because the Steam sale. You ever think about that? There's this big sale going on. So of course it's going to go out. Of course it's going to. To which I say, didn't Slay the Spire release on the same day? Didn't it? I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah, it did. In fact, I remember that specifically because it made it so Marathon never sniffed number 1. Which really just shows you like the strength of release and how bad it was for Marathon. It never sniffed number 1. Came to number 2 and started dropping. It's at 30th, for God's sakes. It's at 30th, guys. Marvel Rivals still up here. There's 134,000 people in Marvel Rivals. They're not buying the game. I just want to remind everyone that the people there are not buying the game. This is just skins and shit. That's what they're spending their money on. Death Stranding 2 released. It's had a pretty okay launch, by the way. It's had a pretty okay launch. It launched up here at 55,444. Today it got almost to 50. Came close, didn't quite hit it. But pretty good launch for a PlayStation game. So the delay launches kill them. I feel like it would do so much better if people didn't already know everything. But if we go look up Death Stranding, you can look up either Director's Cut or the other one. I think they're the same. This one, 22,000 peak, right? I mean, so it's definitely better than that. Death Stranding, I don't think they're different. I think it's the same. Oh, this one had 32,000 peak. No. So it's beaten both of these, which hey, that means people are ready for it, right? They wanted it, they got it. 55,444. It went to number, I believe, 3 I don't think it got higher than 3. I could be wrong on that one. I don't remember exactly, but it did not get number 1. Obviously, Crimson Desert's been holding 1, and now it's down here at number 8, being passed by other things. You know, I think it was like a 1 day, and people bought it who wanted it. That's just how it goes. Death Stranding 2 is an amazing game. I've heard great things about it. Great things. Hypno loved the first Death Stranding. The hardest part about the first Death Stranding is there's a lot of time to get through before things really start happening. The person, you know, who really loved Death Stranding was John Problematic White Guy. That dude won't shut up about it. If you ever want to talk about Death Stranding, talk to him. This is the highway builder. He's like one of the ones who was the first one to build some of the highways in there. First one, he understood what to do. Other people were playing the game. He's like, no, bitches, we have to build highways. This motherfucker's out here building highways like crazy. Yeah, CD Projekt Red, killing it. Where I just saw it, dude. Where'd it go? Cyberpunk 2077, $21. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, if you haven't played the game, go get it. It's phenomenal. You don't see it in my library here because I have it on GOG. And I have the DLC too. It's great. It's great. It's one of those games where I didn't touch it because I knew how broken it was. They fixed it. I waited and waited and waited and then finally bought it for like, I think I got it for about $20. And then I bought the DLC at full price because at that point I was sold. I was like, this game's great. The DLC came out, Liberty City. I was like, I'm getting it. I don't care. It's freaking great. Phenomenal. Witcher 3, incredible game. I love that game. The best DLC you will ever play, I think, is Blood and Wine. It is such a huge, complete DLC with so many great characters and moments. I cannot believe they didn't just release a game. It was so big. It was like its own campaign. I was shocked. And not only that, but like you're playing The Witcher 3, okay. Then you go in Blood and Wine and you're used to your world and it's kind of a messed up world. You go into Blood and Wine and the countryside is freaking gorgeous. Like they went in there, added detail, like they definitely went to the next level with technology. They stepped it up a notch. It is freaking crazy how good it is. Crazy. Yeah, best DLC of all time? I think so. And before that came out, I think the best DLC of all time was the Ballad of Gay Tony, which was great. You want to retire in Toussaint? Dude, it does have a bit of a werewolf and vampire problem. I don't know about that. But if they dealt with that whole situation, then yeah. Yeah, it has wine. Lots and lots of wine, which is great. But it's the blood part of the Blood and Wine that's the problem. The vampires... It seems like they're kind of like connected to the very top there. And yeah, those are really good. You're the vampire problem. You're good with vampires. Yeah. But yeah, that like when you're entering that game and you deal with that big ogre at the beginning and you're going through and you're on your horses. You're like with the guys on the horses and then it shows the castle. Like the whole layout of like was so well thought out. Where like you see the castle almost all the time, no matter where you are in the land. And so it's rolling hills and this castle raised in the center. It's so good, man. Absolutely phenomenal. It's true. Geralt, he did solve a lot of it, so maybe you're good. He had his one friend that he kept alive. He's a vampire, though. I don't think he died in there, right? I think he lived. Yeah, so we're banging out over here. We got Crimson Desert's killing it, number 1. It's sold, ladies and gentlemen, it has sold 2.5 million, 2 million copies. I'm getting Lords of the Fallen mixed up. 2 million copies already, and I gotta go check. I before it even started, no. Before it started selling, I said I think it can do 3 million by the end of the weekend. And literally day 1, 2 million. Boom. I was like, oh, 3 million's happening. The question is, are we going to get to 4? Maybe 5. We'll see. We will see. So let's go look at it, though. Refresh. All right. So here we go. Here's this little peak. It had its biggest peak yesterday, 239,000. Today, it got up to 196. Now, to me, this is a little worrisome. when we see the peak, I mean, it's down 45,000. It's down a lot. It's down a good bit. And the reason I think is this right here. There are a good amount of people who were not happy with the game. We'll go into those here in a bit. There's absolutely some legitimate gripes. I mean, anyone who's griping about it that bought the game has a right to gripe. I don't care. You know? I don't care. It's like anyone who got into the server slam on Marathon. A lot of people fucking hated it. So, again, I will say this again. The server slam saved Marathon's ass on those reviews. It did. I said this when the server slam happened. I'm like, the one huge benefit it's going to have is one, is for the people. They're not going to waste their money in this game. But two, it's going to save that review. It's going to save it because people didn't like Marathon. They jumped in and jumped out of the server slam. So they didn't waste their money on it. A lot of people canceled the pre-orders. We saw it sink from like 5th to 20-something and then go back up. That's cancels, man. Tons of people canceled that game. But, hey, that worked out good for them. For this one, a very good amount of people have returned it, I do believe. So we have 27,000 reviews now. This has gone up a lot. This number here, so the one thing with the Steam DB rating to remember, compared, like when you go look at Steam, is Steam does not include returns. So when you see this 60, see how it says 62.41 at the top there? That's on Steam. But here we see 61.84. This is because people returned it on Steam. That's why it's a little higher. So people who didn't like it return it. But what I'm seeing is a little strange here. It's not a very big difference. So a lot of the people saying negative around it are keeping the game. They're not returning it, or they played it past the return date time. And let me tell you, the one thing this game doesn't do, it's not a long tutorial. You're done the tutorial in an hour. You're out easily, quickly. You're into the game and moving. So they're making these decisions up kind of late and not getting a return or just not going through the return. That is interesting. I didn't look at this number like this yet. Just a sec. All right. Okay. Well, there's been some news. It's sad to say that people are accusing Crimson Desert of having AI art. IGN, 2 million players have begun their journeys in the Crimson Desert, and some are starting to stumble into some concerning issues, including the presence of what may be AI-generated art assets. One thing, I do not care. I'll just be honest. I don't care. The only time I ever care is if a company rails against AI and then gets caught using it. Then I'm like, all right, you're a virtue signal piece of shit. Now we're going to have words, okay? Now we're going to have words. Either admit it or don't admit it, right? Admit it or go away. But Emerald Apple, shout out, noticed a little something. IGN joins in the Crimson Desert AI asset hate train as they post on X using Sprout Social. Oh, man. Does anyone know what Sprout Social is? Sprout Social is an AI app that lets you post with AI deciding factors. It's an AI posting engine. He actually explains it here. Sprout Social is an AI tool for generating, refining, timing, and optimizing social content for posting on platforms like X, and is used by a lot of mainstream media companies. The reality is that everyone and anybody is using AI tools to expedite content. Yeah, these AI assets in Crimson Desert are janky and are likely holdovers from 2023 Midjourney 3 era of placeholder assets. I don't care if they're holdovers. I don't care. The game is so huge, what the fuck are you going to do? Have someone draw 5,000 pictures? They're going to be slop too. It doesn't matter. Just make them. Just make them and put them up there. I don't care. The only thing I care about is that they're optimized. Make sure that this one little tiny itty bitty picture is not actually somehow 10,000 by 40,000, taking up all this space and slowing down the game when I come close to it. Okay? Wasn't there a game recently that they found out the plant texture, this little teeny ass fucking plant, was actually this massive like BMP or something. Like it was a total accident, or whoever did it used the wrong file when they put it in there, and it was actually causing a huge amount of the slowdown in the game. Just don't do that thing, and I'm good. I don't give a damn, right? As long as it looks okay. But these are in a game this big. Who's zoom. This is someone went in and was like, check all these paintings, Freya. There's another leg here. There's another leg. It looks like JayViper standing here with his third leg sticking out. That's what this is. Also remember, the hate of AI is widespread in the West, but rare in East Asia. This is another thing. East Asia don't give a shit. They don't fucking care. They're embracing it as a new powerful tool, so they likely don't care about it. So these are the let's open this here. These are the AI. This is the AI, you guys. This is one. Was this like a little extra foot here, maybe? A little turned foot? This leg comes down, it's a little jank. There's like a line here. But at the same time, do we know it's AI and it's not just some kind of funky old art style? Like, has anyone looked at Picasso? Like, if we had Picasso today, and someone put a Picasso with all the weird-ass lines, they'd probably get accused for being AI, right? If someone just made that shit, they're like, dude, these don't even look like people. There's squares everywhere. Have I seen the size of the map? Dude, it's insane. I don't, like, maybe there's legs everywhere. Like this thing, there's just legs everywhere. But I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Look at this guy. Void. Void, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I didn't get this done. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Wait, guys. Guys, let me unveil something. Hold on. We're going to go in the background. Hold on. All right, hold on, Void. Hold on. Thank you, Void, but wait. Just a second. I have something that I've been working on. I gotta find it. Is this it? I just double check that this is it. Some of these did not come out right. This may not be it. Hold on. We gotta keep those muted. No, it can't be that one. Yeah, it's that first one. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. It's not a pop-up, but it's close enough. Void, the legend, is here. Doesn't have the music yet.
Legendary Void.
That's going to be your pop-up, okay? That's going to be your pop-up. We're going to get some cool music. We're going to get
Legendary Void.
We're gonna get some nice sound effects. It's gonna be great. It's not done, but I've got it created. I put a lot of work and love into these things. I do. And with that, the $50 from Void, thank you, shout out to you, my friend, has put us to tier 1, and I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure we're in tier 2. Yes, we're in tier 2. So that means we're going to be playing Crimson Desert in a wig, and it could get out of control at that point where we end up in glasses and a nose ring. Who knows? We're not going too crazy right now. We're going to see how it goes. I'll have to add this stuff up, but shout out to you, man. A huge thank you. And of course, now we're going to do it right. We're going to do it right. Hold on. Let's go.
Thank the Legendary Void.
Yes. It's good. She came out really good. It came out good. I like it. I like that one. I got to make sure that's the one, but there's a few of them, but that one is I think the one we're going with. I'll double check, but that's a 50. Okay. Well, it's time to feed the ducks, everyone, and the butts. That's exactly the stuff. Let's a spear. You could use more void cleavage. We can't get too... Yeah, no, we're not getting it. We can't put any more details. This will turn bad if we get any more details. More details, bad. Yeah, we gotta be. It's gonna be safe for work, and it is. It's perfectly safe right now. But a huge shout out to you, Void. Thank you so much for the 50 and putting us into tier 2, my friend. Huge shout out. Void out here. By the way, if anyone likes playing games, Void runs all sorts of games. Tonight, I believe he's running Sea of Thieves, unless he already did it. But the man stays gaming. You want to talk about someone who plays video games? It's Void. That guy. We've been playing games for years. Like, I will be bored and all of a sudden, like, ring. Hey Jay, what are you up to? Like, Oh, hello, friend. What are we playing today? You know what we're gonna play again? Lockdown Protocol. We gotta get a group playing that. It's literally $10. It's like $6 or $7 right now. Lockdown Protocol was so fun. Why we did not play that enough. But yeah, shout out, man. Thank you very much. Definitely down. Yeah, we can get some people. So anyone who doesn't know what Lockdown Protocol is, it's like a 3D world. Well, 3D world, stupid. It's Among Us, but you're first person and you're like a spacesuit. You're in a spacesuit, right? But like you turn and like your body turns, right? Everyone sees, and there's VoIP, but it's area VoIP. So when you're talking to someone, people can hear you that are around you. But if you're over there, you can hear like it's like muffled, right? And the closer you get, the louder it gets, right? It's really cool, and I believe that if you can have 0, 1, or 2 imposters, I forget what they call them in there, but anyway, we'll just call them imposters, you know what I mean? You don't know if there's 0, 1, or 2. You can set the max. So sometimes there's none. You can make it so that doesn't happen, but sometimes there's none. But no one knows there's none. So you have like 8 or 10 people not knowing there's none. And so people are up next to them and you can kill anyone. You can find a gun and just kill anyone. You, the good guy, be like not trusting and kill someone, right? And meanwhile, there's no imposters and you're just killing people because you just don't trust anyone. It's very interesting. It's a really cool little game. Get a group together. That'd be cool if we did that like sometime soon. That game was fun, dude. Let us continue the Crimson Desert stuff. People that just want to be mad have discovered what appears to be an AI painting in Crimson Desert. Of course, this means the entire game must be canceled now. The same people that tell you to shut up and just enjoy games is completely losing it over this in a fit rage. Dude, ladies and gentlemen, found this AI painting. All right, let's see it. It's looking a little wonk. It's definitely looking a little wonk. Probably AI. They probably should have regen this a few times. But you know what, guys? I don't care. I literally don't care. The Australian Prime Minister got chased out of a mosque. I did not see that. That's hilarious. They should chase him all out of office. Yeah, they should just get chased out of office next time. Not just a mosque, but an office. Just get him out of here. Yeah, so I said, I don't care about AI art in games unless the company has virtue signaled against AI just to use it anyway. I don't care. Especially if it's just little side art things. I guess like when we talk about Call of Duty. Oh, wait, is there another one here? Hold on, there's something else. How do we get... Oh, this is just... It's all in 1, 2 is on the picture. I thought there was something new with... Yeah, this is really fucking with me. I thought that was something new with X, but it's not. You're trying... Well, thank you. Now I forget what I was saying. I was just going to say something. Now I forgot. Oh, DSP's back. So, DSP got to a boss, guys. He's playing Crimson Desert. And DSP, we all know he's not great at games anyway. It is what it is. But he got there by getting there as fast as possible and steamrolling the story. So he's well under-geared. So he gets frustrated.
What am I playing this for? No, really.
Wait, what just happened? So this thing went underground. What is he so mad about?
What am I playing this for? No, really.
Yeah, he made you a boss.
What am I playing this for? I don't have to play this. The game is awful. Yeah, I'm sure. That's why I fucking did it. The game sucks. That now that you actually got to the first point in the game where you actually have to fight for real, the game is terrible. That is just atrociously bad. There's nothing fun about that game engine at all.
He's in starter gear,
regular
yeah.
enemies, they're all weaklings. You hold a trigger.
Again, he's talking, so he's complaining because all the things he's fought so far are weak, and now he's fighting a boss, and it's not weak. So I will say this right now. Crimson Dawn, it's not a hand holder. You can end up anywhere on the map at any time. You can just go. You can just go into areas you probably shouldn't be in. But I guess because they don't have skulls over their head, that's the problem. You know how like a lot of games you go and their skulls are like, shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Well, this guy doesn't have a giant skull. So he doesn't know what level he is. And he's in starter gear, thinking he should be fighting the boss. He's got nothing on. Did he not even put on the shirt that he unlocked early? Like, he didn't even put that on.
What am I playing this for? No, really. What am I playing this for? I don't have to play
your
this.
fans.
The game is
They
awful.
wanted to look at it. Your fans wanted to see it, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's why I fucking did it. The game sucks.
It's so funny. Didn't he do this recently
now
with
that you
another
actually
game?
got to the first point in the game where you actually have to fight for real, the game is terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That
yeah,
is
it's
just
awful.
atrociously bad. There's nothing fun about that game engine at all. When you fight regular enemies, they're all weaklings. You hold a trigger and you murder hundreds of enemies in a row. Then you get to a boss and none of your fucking attacks do anything.
Because you're undergeared, bud.
Fuck this game. Really?
You're undergeared.
Well, let's do a quick shout out.
Where is the yellow paint? There's actually an all right amount of yellow paint, just the right amount in this game. It's not too bad. Let's look up DSP Bond, I think it was. Just in case anyone wants to know. Was it Bond? Dude, come on. DSP gameplay? Let's see. Gameplay? This is the guy. This is the guy who's angry, okay, about how hard Crimson Desert is. This is the person that people are using to prove that Crimson Desert is bad because he's having a hard time beating a boss. Here we go.
Here we are. Oh my. What the fuck? How do you play this? This is insane. What the fuck? What is going on? How do you play this shit? Whoa! How do I fire my gun?
This is the opening tutorial. This is the first thing you ever do.
What the fucking shit? How do I fire? Oh, he did a front roll. He did a frontal roll. How do you play?
So, opinion discarded. Opinion discarded, buddy. Don't care. I don't mind him. But didn't he just recently rage quit another game? I swear he did. I forget what it was. God, I cannot stop hiccuping, dude. My bad. But he just recently quit out of another game too. I forget which game it was, but it's just like a thing he does. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my God. It's just, this is the thing, like, so Crimson Desert does not hold your hand. It wants you to figure out the puzzles. It wants you to figure things out for yourself. I was at this puzzle for a little bit, but one of the reasons I was stuck at this puzzle for a little bit was because I had unlocked a power, walked to this place right next to it, and had to save and exit and come back. I think it was much later the day. And, I had forgotten I got this power. And I go down, there's like this puzzle, which I immediately figured out to move things. I was like, oh, this is pretty neat. Like, oh, I just figured out to grab this, put this here. Like, what does what lights what? And then, there was like this floor that you couldn't see, but if you stepped on it, it was there. It would just appear. But you had to put these squares on these posts. There was one on one post already, and you had to go grab the square and put it on the other post. The first thing I did was pull the one off the post, and that didn't work. I was like, shit. I was like, oh, well, there's one floating. Like, maybe they had to be on the post. So I put it there, got the other one, put it on the post. And sure enough, the wall was gone. Then there was this other piece. And you grab it with your little toe hook thing that you can move shit around. It's your puzzle solver. I found the place it had to go. I put it there, and I'm holding it there. and I'm letting go of it. It's floating. And it's floating. And I'm grabbing it. I'm pulling it out and I'm pushing it. I'm like, I'm sure this goes here. I know it because if I turn it a certain way, it turns back because it wants to line up. I'm like, this is the right fucking place. Like, why isn't this shit going there? I'm like going in and out. I'm like, all right, I take it out. I'm putting on electricity. I'm charging it. And I put it back and it's still doing the same shit. I let go of it. It just stays there. I'm like, it's not connecting. But the thing has these little green leaves. These little green leaves. There's some green leaves going around it. I'm like, why are there green leaves going around it? Then I realize there's green leaves on me. And I go, oh, before I stopped playing, I unlocked the power and it was green. So I go into my moves list, find out how to do it, and slam into the thing and push it in. That's it. Figured it out myself. Even made it hard on myself because I had stopped at that moment. And then came back and figured it out. That puzzle is blowing people's minds. They don't know how to solve it. That's the first puzzle in the game. You actually have to think about it. But I'm sure this is one of those things, once you realize how things work, all the other puzzles start making sense. Ryan Roger Athe compared you to DSP once, even though you've beaten more games than both of them combined in only 3 years. He compared you to DSP? Why? You saw a video called DSP 150 plus rage quit. 150 plus? I believe it. That's probably I think that's his thing. He just rage quits. It's just what he does. He probably gets the game for free, comes or buys it, comes up on 2 hours, like, $70, I'm returning it, you know? Yeah. That's funny. But again, 2 million copies sold. That's huge. I mean, again, Marathon could never. It hasn't moved 2 million yet. This thing moved 2 million in the same day it released. That is crazy. Within 24 hours, it had moved 2 million. Let's see if there's any more updates real quick. Nope, still 2 million, okay. Times Square has never felt more like Piewell. Golden Star brings the adventure to New York City. Oh, shit. Hold on, let's look at this. Dude, what the That's loud. We don't need all that. Dude, what the hell? They got a big animatronic on top of the building? No. This has to be like... No. Do they really? That's crazy. That's too much money. You're crazy. What are you spending all that money for? Have this, that, this. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of money. Holy crap. That looks pretty cool though. Yeah, when you first load the game, you get all these squares. They're all coming at you. And you're like, what the hell is this? What are all these squares? Yeah, I wonder if it's a hologram. But then at night though, it makes me think it's not. I mean, it doesn't. It has lighting on it. I don't know if it's a hologram. I don't know. I don't know. So the Game of the Year candidates, I don't know, man. It's not being super well received. It's being well received, but not super well received. Well, Jason Schreier here says, I've only played a few hours of the much-hyped Crimson Desert, so weight my opinion accordingly. Just shut your mouth then, Jason Schreier. Just shut your fucking mouth. But those few hours were so boring and soulless that I absolutely did not want to play anymore. Feels like a game designed for people who just want to consume content. Dude, this is crazy to me. As someone who's put 6 hours into the game now, a lot of it's just like walking around doing shit, because whatever. Dude, what the fuck? How can you get in that game and be like, there's nothing to do? Like, one, when you walk into a town, the town actually feels like a town. That was like one of the things in Avowed. Everyone's just fucking standing there. No one's doing shit. This Jason Schreier preferred Avowed over Expedition 33. Huh. Funny how that works. So this guy saying Crimson Desert's boring, but he liked Avowed. Again, Avowed was garbage. A garbage game. It had alright melee combat. That's what it had. The fact that you can be bored in this game blows my mind. Now, again, I do think this is a journal problem. People who like easy mode problem, right? There's no journal mode in this game. zero journal mode. It has one difficulty. That's the difficulty you play on, and maybe that's a mistake. It could be a mistake, but there's one difficulty. That's why people are hitting these bosses, and now they're talking about redoing the bosses. Well, what about people who want the challenge, right? But at the same time, when you talk about Dark Souls, that has one in difficulty, and it does very well. But it's like, who are you attracting to it? Well, if you're attracting Jason Schreier's, who, I'm sorry, this guy can't play video games. Are you kidding me? This is when you're talking about journal mode, we're talking about the Jason Schreier's of the world. Here's a hot take. I liked Avowed way more than Clear Obscure Expedition 33. That is such an asinine statement. Such an asinine statement, dude. Do you like the Vito game too? Which Vito game? I don't know. When you're on a show to be a prick? That's why? Also, he accused me of using AI on your writing? That was a worse insult? Well, the thing about Ryan Rodrathe is he doesn't have a creative bone in his body. He's a good guy, but that's not a creative guy, right? He knows a lot about politics, but when it comes to creation, the dude, come on. I like him, but that's not a creative, right? He's not like you or me who are creating. That's just true, and everyone has their role. He does a good job, like getting people together and talking about politics. Does a great job in that. Understands a lot of things about the gaming industry, but yeah, being creative, not on the list of things. Yeah, it's a hologram toxin. It is. It's a really good one. Holy shit! Thanks for letting me know. Dark Souls is a perfect example of ignore the hate and just play your strengths. It's a great vein for success. Crimson Desert is going to be good, dude. No, I'm telling you, Crimson Desert is very good. See if I have any more on Crimson Desert here. Okay. So, just talking about Crimson Desert, the shortcomings there are the keybinds, especially if you're playing on keyboard and mouse. Their idea of keybinds was a bitch, right? So like they really like using control for shit, which I fucking hate. I don't like that at all. But they have several buttons that use control, like just pressing control. If you move one somewhere else, like for me, I move it to mouse button 4. I always do. When I go and take something else that is on control, that already shared control with this button I have moved, and try to put it also on mouse button 4, it says, no, sorry. There's already something bound there, and do you want to switch them? No, I don't want to switch them. I want all the things that are on control to move to mouse button 4, but you're not going to let me do it. That's frustrating. I can't stand that shit. That drives me absolutely crazy. I just wish that they would go through the keybinds and allow some overlap of certain things, right? If something can be overlapped, allow it. Please, for God's sakes, let me bind it the way I want. But other than that, I will say this. As anyone who does follow me on X, you may have seen that my controller broke, and that was actually part of the problem with playing Crimson Desert. My controller broke. My left bumper broke. And so I got this shipped to me, not an expensive one. So we have a brand new controller we're going to be giving for a ride. First time, I connected it. It's ready to go. It's charged. So we're going to be using this on the Crimson Desert stream tonight. That's how that's going to go. Because I was like, I can't do this game on... it's not terrible on keyboard and mouse. Like, I figured it out. But there's a couple things where you have to hit 3 different things at once. And, like, they ended up all being on my mouse. And I'm like, this is a bitch. Like, this is a bitch. It's just the way I have set it up now. I didn't know that was coming. Now I'm pressing left mouse button 4 and 5 and my left all at once. So I'm like squishing I'm like, I can't. Like, nope. And I don't want to move these anymore. So controller it is. Play tons of games on keyboard, but this is a must controller. Yeah. So, and so going through the Steam reviews, that is something I noticed. Oh, and that's what I wanted to talk about, the Steam reviews. I wanted to go through the Steam reviews. Thank you for reminding me. So let's go look at the Steam reviews. So we're at 72% positive right now. But when I click this, click it, it is the English. So the English reviews are mostly positive. I did not realize earlier when I took a picture of this that it was English only, but I mean at the same time, who cares? It's the English only. But when you look at all languages, so there's 10,000 that are English only, and then there's about another 9,000 that aren't. And when you look at all the others, 61% suggest the game. So let's see here. What's interesting here, when you look, can you see this good? I don't know if I can really zoom in on this. I can't because it's actually on Steam. So when I look at all languages, there's 29,000. Well, this is interesting. 19,000 and then it showed 29. Okay. Anyway, let's go back over here. English, mostly positive. Chinese and Korean, mostly negative. That was a little surprising to me because this is a Korean game. So Chinese, fine. You know, maybe they don't like the Koreans, but the Koreans not liking the game is a little shocking. That's a little shocking. Then you look at Russian, that one's mixed. Then you look at German, that's positive. Spanish, very positive. Portuguese, mostly positive. Turkish, very positive. So the Romance language is very much appreciative of it, except for the French. They're mixed. Japanese mixed. Traditional Chinese also mixed. So that's very interesting. For some reason, when you look at this, and I would have thought that a lot of the players would have come from the East because it's an Eastern game. But it's not the case. This is an Eastern game that it looks like Western gamers are liking the most. Isn't that interesting? And also the Romance language, Spanish, Portuguese, Turkish, German. I don't think Turkish is a Romance language, but still, you see what I'm saying. So that was just very interesting to me to see that. But so let's go look through the reviews. This one's just way too long. This guy's really wordy, and he really is very repetitive in his review. I saw this earlier. So this guy, 19.4 hours on record, 5.1 at review time. Doesn't like the game, is going through the game. Update. I put in another 3 hours and the game is pretty fun when you learn new skills and such, but the controls are still an issue, and so is the inventory management. I have heard a lot of bad about the inventory. I haven't gotten to the point where I'm having issues with the inventory being a problem, but I guess you can get pretty tight on the inventory. And let me tell you, when you're going to go cook food, you need like 6, 7 items. I found a place and started cooking. I was like, holy shit. Like, I need all these items just to make like a stew. And the stew needs like 5 different kinds of meat to make a good stew. And I'm like, this is a little crazy. You do have a stash, but I guess people aren't really happy with how the stash works. I haven't used the stash. Again, I haven't had the inventory issues. I've sold so much shit. I just sell it. I don't really care about this stuff generally. Maybe I should. But for the most part, I just get it and I just sell it. The first shop I go, boop, 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 get rid of it. That's how I've been going. He said, I finished the first chapter. All right, so that was the update. Okay, so but now let's go to the actual review. I finished the first chapter, but still I found a lot of the mechanics and controls to be more of a chore than something new and innovative, which is what it seems like they were trying to do. Again, like some of them are absolutely, like I feel like they could have simplified the controls 100%. They could have made another pass to the controls to make it a little simpler so you're not having all these buttons you have to push. You have more shared buttons. I definitely feel that. Especially when you're dealing with stuff in your inventory and or like your special items and you have to hold F2 and you're going around. It's like, then it's like you click the lamp and then you click on or off or auto, and auto doesn't work anyway. It's just like, okay, it's a lot. You're just going in and in and in. Like it is a lot. He said, I never said I was refunding it or said that I wasn't going to keep playing, but my statement still stands that the controls are janky as hell, and this is the same on controller. I disagree. I actually had no problem on controller, but then it broke. My controller broke. I, in fact, thought there was an issue with blocking. I thought the blocking sucked, but it was left bumper. My left bumper sucked. Once I realized I could push it no problem on keyboard and mouse, I'm like, no, wait, blocking's fine. And the pairing in this game is phenomenal. But here's one of the things about this game. You cannot button mash. If you're button mashing and you need to block or parry, it's not going to happen. So, remember how I've been playing Sifu the last 2 days? I actually think that's going to be very helpful. This is a lot easier than Sifu, right? It is. But when it comes to the attacks and the times like X to Y, parry, you're not going X, 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 Y, boom, 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 parry. It doesn't work like that. You're timing it. So Sifu is this very similar where you're X, X, Y, parry, boom, X, respawn, and then Y, B at the same time. Very similar. This game's like that. This is not as strict as Sifu, though. So for me, going from Sifu to this, I'm like, oh, I totally got it, dude. I'm like, oh, like I'm typing it. I'm timing it. Boom, X, 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 Y. Here comes a block. Boom, it's a parry. Respond. It worked really good. So if you come in here thinking it's an action RPG button masher, I do think you will have a hard time. And I do think so. What's up, Gamer Republic? Good to see you, buddy. You're saying inventory isn't that bad. I've gone through 12 hours, all early quests, give inventory space. Yeah, I was noticing I was being given inventory space. Like 3 slots. And you can buy extra from shops and no stash. There's a stash for loot you didn't pick up, but no storage. Oh. So that stash thing isn't a stash. It's only missed items? Okay. That makes sense. I did see that chest, but I didn't even try to use it because I just opened it. I haven't really been back. Again, I sell my shit. I'm like, I'm not using this. I'm not using this. I don't need this. This is worth money. Boom, boom, boom. Out it goes. Done. It's a lost loot box only. Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't really. Again, I just sell my. That's what I'm always just selling shit, and then I'll buy something. It's just how I am doing it with this game. There's lots of things. Okay, so here's the thing. What the hell are these controls, mouse, keyboard? I feel you. I absolutely feel you. If you want to talk to an NPC, you have to press multiple buttons. Yes, you have to press control, and then you have to press like E or X or B or whatever. It's very strange. I don't know why it just doesn't bring up a menu. Oh, I've clicked you. Bring it up. Instead, now you have to press another button. It's just kind of, it's not intuitive. It's not intuitive. Total vouch on the controls. They're a little funky. But I'm sorry, the combat controls to me are phenomenal. They're great. So people are like, the combat's clunky. This isn't good. I don't like the combat's very clunky and all these buttons. I haven't had any problems. The combat, I think, is great. It's great. It's freaking awesome. I don't know. But hey, again, if they're button mashing, that, I'm telling you, if they're button mashing, they're not realizing at the time it. I do think that's a problem. You want to jump? Press multiple buttons for precise jumping instead of having a character automatically climb the things we jump onto. Well, that's not true. You do automatically climb. So the precise jumping, so there's just regular jump where it's like a hop. But there is precise jumping where you press the thing and hold it, and you get to see your little arc where you're gonna land. Right? You get a little dot. And then you press jump and you jump to it. But it makes perfect sense, actually, because the controls are, it's just a runner, you actually have to clear some things, and you can see if you're going to make it. This is kind of a weird complaint to me. I actually really like the precision jumping, and in the precision jump, you can choose if you're going to jump and kick. You can choose if you're going to jump and grab. Like, if you know you don't have it to make it, you can press cling. You can jump, and you will cling to like something that's further away, or maybe it's higher, because that jump is actually quite a high jump. It doesn't look so dumb. It would look dumb if you're jumping. Every time you jump, you did this giant fucking leap, because it's quite the arc. Okay, a regular jump is a regular jump. You're just jumping like you would expect someone can jump. This thing is like a leap. This is kind of a weird complaint. Running, press A button twice for more speed instead of a single long press. That's a nitpick. This is a nitpick. And so you tap it once if you just want to kind of go, right, at a little quicker jog, and you tap it again and you sprint. Or you don't press anything, you just walk. That's such a nothing. But I will say, talking to the NPCs, one thing, like, if there's something on the ground and it's right in front of you, you can't target it and pick it up. You have to kind of step back. And the controls on keyboard and mouse, you kind of have to go like this. You have to kind of twirl a little bit to back up. You can't just shimmy backwards. At least I wasn't able to. I felt like it always wanted to turn you when you went backwards. Like you couldn't just step back. And maybe I'm just not pushing a button that I should push. I don't feel like that's a problem. I feel like we've done this in many games, the double press. And I'm hearing a lot of people complaining saying, GTA controls. Who cares? GTA worked great. I'm a pretty good twirler. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been working all day. I knew I was going to do that today, so I was working on it. So I'm glad you noticed. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so there's no stopping on a dime. It is more realistic. I have no issues with some of these things, but like, again, if something's right at my feet, I can't target it and pick it up. When someone's talking and you want to go talk to someone, it's kind of hard to tell who you are aiming at. Like, it'll finally put a thing on them, but you're like, how do I target this guy to talk? I want to say hi to this guy. And that can be a pain because there's no reticule. Like, there's no reticule in the game where you can place on the guy and be like, this one. It's just kind of like you feel it out, kind of. That's just a minor thing. He's having no graphical issues, but the controls have made it incredibly hard. Yeah, so agreed. The controls, especially on keyboard and mouse, agreed. When he says it's not different on controller, total disagree. The controller is the way to play this game. Talking to NPCs should not be this annoying. 100% vouch. I want to add, too, in general, everything feels very clunky. The movement feels slow. The reaction times feel slow. I don't get that, though. No, I mean, you know what I noticed was, like, in the very beginning area, there's, like, the graves. And if you were close to a grave, it's like you felt like you'd walk near it, but you're just kind of stuck on something. I feel like some things have, like, little, like, lips you can't see, maybe, where you can't just go. Or maybe I just couldn't walk in the grave at all. I didn't try. I was like, all right, this is... But then again, like, that's the whole, like, you can't just turn your character like this. You have to walk. I feel like you can't... I don't think you can just turn. I think you have to walk. There's no just turning your character. And I noticed this in the air when I was that crow. I just wanted to turn it. And it wouldn't turn. I'm like, just turn, please. And it wouldn't turn. You had to go forward and turn. And that crow, when you first get it, is only a parachute, really. You're not going very far in that thing. The stamina drain of the thing is insane. You're not going anywhere on that little crow that lets you fly around in the beginning. It's not happening. But I mean, that thing you level up. I mean, it's whatever. Anyway, so yeah, we've gone through some of these. But yeah, it's not getting rave reviews. What is getting rave reviews, again, why reviews mean nothing. This thing had a demo. People didn't buy it because they fucking hated it. If it didn't, it would be a fucking 70, a 69, something like that. I absolutely believe it because people did not like this game. But it does have good reviews, but it does not have players, does it? Let's go look at what kind of Friday we're having here on Marathon. And to do that, I think it's important to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go look at the previous Friday. So the previous Friday had 59,357 people. Wow. And it peaked at 240 UTC. So this thing is at the 22 mark. So it's right here. This could get a bigger peak today. But right now, we have peaked for the day so far at 50,045. Now, again, I like to be fair. It could very well do the same thing where it gains another, let's see what the percentage was. So we had 51. This didn't go down, though. This one's already gone down. It's already going down. I don't know what's happening. I do understand. My understanding is now the cryo is known and people are going to go. I don't know for sure if that's the case, but we'll see. So it went up another 10%. No, 20%. Almost 20. Almost 20%. So if this has so really this number's looking the same. Then it's looking the same as last week then. 50 to 51, 2,200. Yeah, 2,200 this week. We're at 49,000. Last week, 50,000. Looking the same. It's looking like it's going to have the same kind of Friday. Yeah. It's going to get close to 60 again. But this is all right after the worst day it's ever had. The worst day it's ever had. Marathon only had 47,000 people online last night. This thing is suffering. Now, you want to see a magic trick? People love magic. They fucking love magic. So I took Marathon and I made it to scale so we could see what it looks like inside the Crimson Desert Arc. I posted this on X. You can fit the entirety of the modern audience's Marathon inside the Arc at scale for Z. So you could take every single fucking day of Marathon, and right here it would go right down. That's why it's not there, but because SteamDB only keeps the peaks, we can't see the lows over here. So we can see every single line stays right underneath Crimson Desert by a lot. And this is to scale. So right here you got 0, 25, 50, 75, 100, and you got your 88 right here. It's all just sitting underneath Crimson Desert, isn't it? It doesn't quite touch the line ever. In fact, I could take this and put it all the way over here. Guess what? It's still under the line because the lowest low that Crimson Desert has is not as low as the highest high that Marathon has ever had from Bungie, one of the biggest AAA studios ever. Isn't that interesting? But it's okay, guys, because extraction shooters are totally niche, and well, everyone knew this was going to happen, right? That's what they tell me. That's what they keep telling me, but I really liked making this. This was a lot of fun. Like, I was seeing it go down, like, I don't think it's going to even get down to, like, Bungie's highest high. So I just let it go. I waited. I'm like, it didn't. Time for a tweet. That is pretty impressive, though. And people are like, oh, it lost 60% of the audience. I'm like, dude, so this is one thing, you never see me do this. Where I go on SteamDB, and I'm like, oh my God, look at all the people. I never do this. There are people that do this. I never do this because it's stupid. The only thing to ever look at is how low something could go leading into the next day to tell you there's a big drop-off coming. That would be it. But as far as this number goes, I don't really care. But if you want to look at the lows, sure, we can look at them. We got 18. We get 17 right over here. We got another 17-ish right here. We're going down in the 16s here. I mean, we want to play this fucking game? We want to play the lowest of the lows? It's so dumb. Really? 62 to 17? Do you know what that percentage drop is? One, it's not an argument worth having because it's not. People go to sleep. There's always dips and lows to every single game. It's not worth talking about. But when someone tells me they lost 60% overnight, I'm like, are you dumb? Like, I'm not talking to you. It's so funny when people do this. I do not point out the lowest of the lows unless someone's fucking and being annoying, and then I'll go give them a screenshot. I'm like, hey, look at your Marathon then. It just had the lowest low it's ever had. How's that feel? How's about them apples? Bestest game ever, being blown away by a hack and slash with chonky controls. Yup. How about them apples? Yes, indeed. But I do want to give a shout out here to Roadkill, who has found his way over here and put us into tier 3. What the fuck, dude? Thank you so much for the $19.99. And all the man has to say is words. Hopefully this doesn't mean he wants to have words with me because I crashed the taco truck. This might be the first time he heard about me crashing it again. So instead of bringing it up again, I'm just going to play this. Roadkill. Now, along with this, I think it's important to let everyone know what Roadkill just did. This man, not only did he get us to tier 3, but he shook up the chat, my friends.
Every move you make, I lose my breath like I'm playing a game
with words. We'll move that out of the way, though.
I can't look away. Got my heart racing, a fast relay. So sexy, so smooth. You're my cliche. You got me.
Why can't protagonists look like her all the time? Like, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. Those women, They don't exist. Excuse me, yes, they do. They do exist. Right there. Right there. I'll prove it. Look, another one. Same. Look. Look. They exist. There's no excuse. Where are her organs? It doesn't matter. They're in there somewhere. Yes, Astrobot. Yes. The smiles. Yes, exactly. You bet it smells nice. 100%. Yes. 100%. Now, the other game we should be talking about real quick. Did I link your video? I think I forgot. I think I forgot to link your video. I'll have to go. You want to link it? I'll have to look it up. Is Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire 2. Absolutely crushing it. Dudes, it hit 477,000 again. Like, its highest peak is crazy, 574, okay? Yeah. It's still hitting 477,000. It's close to 500,000. These numbers are, like, just looking at like this, it's hard to understand, like, how good it's actually doing, because it just looks like it's just a little thing going like this. Ladies and gentlemen, no. 477,000 peak right up in here. And it's dipping down to 195,000. That's insane. That's crazy. That is so many people playing this game. And someone tried to dunk on me today. I don't understand, right? It's weird. Someone was trying to talk shit to me about Crimson Desert, saying it's being beaten by this indie game. I'm like, well, yes. What do you want me? And I was like, yes, Slay the Spire is great. I highly recommend it. I mean, what else do you want me? I don't care. Like, I'm not married to Crimson Desert. If it does bad, it does bad. I'm playing. I don't care. Say whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Copy link address. Let me get you guys this real quick. I did forget to supply you with this link. Wait, what? What the hell? There we go. I forgot to supply you guys with this link right here. Boom, boom. This is Kyle's Struggle Bus video. Go check it out. I did forget to put it. I played it earlier. It's really good. If you missed it, go check it out after the stream. After the stream. But yeah, Slay the Spire, absolutely crushing it. It's insane. Still going. And again, this game is so good. Like, I'm not a big card game guy, but the way they did it in this game, because you're not playing against cards, and you can see the enemies, their abilities, and you learn each one and things like that, and what they're about to do, it really makes it a very palpable card game. It really does. I really like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, IGN. IGN. I just noticed this. IGN, their reviews so far, they scored Crimson Desert a 6, but only so far because they're not done playing. They're not done playing it. Travis Northup, who I feel like is always having these talks with this dude because he's always in trouble because he's always fucking up his reviews and has to explain himself, is here to explain his 6. And this is I'll just let you know right now, everything that's going to come out of his mouth, just about, is complaining about the game. He's giving a 6, but says it has these great things. But at the same time, is just hope for skill checks.
Reviews director Tom Marks here with Travis Northup, our reviewer of Crimson Desert. Travis, how are you holding up after over 100 hours with this game?
I'm holding up. This is the gig, man. This is my Super Bowl. Whenever a big chunky RPG comes out, and I know I'm about to lose my life, so I'm getting close to the end there, and it feels good.
Let's talk about this review process for a little bit. Why we don't have a final review right now, although you do have like a score in mind already.
And by the way, just to remind everyone that Marathon released and asked all the journos to please, pretty please, don't release a score yet. Not until after the cryo event. Weeks. It's been weeks. This is the 3rd weekend. It's finally here. I don't know if they have a score yet, but they obliged and released no score for a released game because the developer asked them to pretty please don't do that. Meanwhile, he's not done Crimson Desert and made sure to get out an incomplete 6. Instead of doing the same thing for Marathon and saying, okay, this is our incomplete, whatever the score is. They obliged the freaking developer and didn't even release a score. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's not even Marathon. This IGN did this shit with Lollipop Chainsaw Remaster 2, where they just tried to ignore it because of we know why. Okay, but the fact that these companies are bowing down to the other corporation and not releasing scores that they owe the fans, even if it's an in progress score. And I said that, I'm like, what is this bullshit? No, everyone should release their scores in progress. So what? So be it. You follow along with their bullshit. Release your score. We all know you guys are going to try to rate this high because it's fits your agenda to rate it high. But they're holding the scores. It's why
at this point with 100 hours under your belt. The review process for this one was weird. It's a huge game. Like we said, it's over 100 hours and there's tons more side content you could be doing beyond just getting to the end of the game. Not that you haven't been doing none of that or anything like that. We only got code for this about 2 weeks before the embargo, the review embargo. And the first 2 days of your playing, they went, oh, sorry, we have to push a patch that's going to completely wipe your save data. So we lost the first 2 days. You hit a game-breaking bug at one point that made you lose a ton of progress because you had to reload a save file from like 7 hours earlier or find.
So, okay. When you get a game early and you're going to complain about the process of the game, that's a little bit of a bullshit, huh? Oh, we had it, but the first 2 days were wiped out, you guys, because they had to push a patch. And then he's like, you lost progress because of a game-breaking bug. That's understandable, okay? Understandable. Let us know about the game-breaking bug. I'd like them to follow up with this and say, oh, they patched that too, or that's coming, or where is it? Okay, you had this game-breaking bug. Do you mind filling us in? I would like to know where it is so I can avoid it. They don't even approach the issue here. They do not tell us where the game-breaking bug is, if it's fixed, nothing. Just, it happened to me.
A different save file. There was a day where like 100 gigabyte patch came through that was slow to download, and it was just like a very stop and start review process, even in the context of only having 2 weeks to play this huge.
Only 2 weeks is insane to say. Only 2 weeks. Your entire job is to review, dude. You were just given this one. Play the game. 8 hours a day. What are you talking about?
RPG. You're really close to the end and then going to spend some time with the end game. For those who haven't seen much or don't know, if have only seen trailers, have just bought into the hype, whatever, what actually is Crimson Desert? What does it play like? What type of RPG is it? And what do you think of it so far? What do you think of it after this 100 hours you spent with it?
Yeah, so Crimson Desert is a super ambitious open world RPG in a fantasy setting, the same setting as Black Desert Online. And if you haven't seen this game, it's very much kind of going for like the Witcher 3 vibes, where you're riding around on a horse and you're taking out bandits and you're helping the land, kind of knights and gallantry type stuff going on, but with a very weird kind of, Eastern fantasy vibes, where there's also just like strange creatures and lore.
And by the way, the way they mixed in, like, I don't even know if they're giants or ogres yet. The really big creatures, they're just there. They live there. They're like people, but they're really tall. And then they've got like the short, like orc dwarf things. The way they just mixed them in was really neat. It's just like you turn around and there's a big guy fishing, or you go in and there's a giant guard surrounded by other guards and they're just chilling. It gives another level of life because of like the height. It really is neat. I like the addition of the big guys. The little guys too. I was like coming out of a sewer and like all these guards started coming up and I realized there's like 3 really short ones and there's one regular size. I'm like, what the hell? I look, I'm like, oh, they're like something else and they're walking off like little Oompa Loompas.
And stuff like that. So it is a interesting fantasy world, and I would say the game, it's sort of like trying to be Witcher 3 with a little bit of Red Dead 2, because it has like these long rides on a horse where you're just like talking with a teammate. It has like that sort of thing, and then it's also got a little bit of like GTA open world like craziness, and also you have to
so again, he just flew down, landed, found some guys to fight, and he's the whole game's like that.
A to run, which I thought was something that only GTA was allowed to do. Yeah, it's sort of going for all of those things, but I would say that it ends up landing closer to something like Dragon's Dogma, where it's not exactly of the same kind of caliber as like a Witcher 3, but it presents a compelling case for this type of bizarre, super ambitious RPG, even if it doesn't always achieve the stuff that it's trying to achieve.
Yeah, the biggest sin Dragon's Dogma had was not having enough enemy types. It didn't have enough. It was like just a few. It needed a lot more enemy types with a lot more abilities.
So let's dig into that, because
Character creator was insane.
You know, I feel like it's been a little bit of a roller coaster when I've talked to you about this game during this review process, where there's, you know, it's sort of a rocky start, and then you find a groove with it, and then it just gets laborious at parts, and there's all these bugs mixed in there. So like, what is it doing right? What is it doing wrong?
So yeah, the very beginning, it's a little tough just because the controls on this game are crazy, like very, they have you hold buttons and do combinations of joystick clicks. And if you're on keyboard, you're hitting multiple keys at once to like access different tool sets. It's just a very convoluted control scheme.
We should note also that we only got access to, they only gave access to the PC version ahead of release. We're getting access to the console version.
It doesn't matter though, but the PC version is by far and wide the better version, and you can just plug in a controller. It doesn't matter. You just use the controller.
At launch, and we'll take a look at it there too. But you've played on both, with both a gamepad and a mouse and keyboard at this
point.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
and so the beginning, you're kind of figuring out a lot of stuff that the game doesn't do super intuitively, and it's a little bit rocky. Then you figure it out, and you're sort of like, okay, I get it. Now I'm in an open world. Let's go see what's out there.
This is going to the first puzzle.
And I would say that that's like the best part of the game, is when you're just like exploring and you're finding like mini games, like, oh, there's arm wrestling. Oh, I can go fishing. There's this weird side quest where I'm helping somebody, and you're just kind of like exploring the world, and it's all very new to you. And that sort of is like the best part of any RPG, right? And I think this game, it has so many surprising elements in it that you're continually like,
absolutely massive.
Oh, okay. I kind of wasn't expecting that to be here. It has a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom as well, where you're like grabbing things and solving puzzles, and it's not to the point where you're like building contraptions and all that, but you are you do have like abilities, and also it does that thing in Tears of the Kingdom where there's a sky world and a floor world, and you're kind of going back and forth between the two and falling from the sky down back to the normal world. And so it does some stuff like that where you're just like discovering and having fun. And then you hit a moment where two things happen. One, you start going more into like the main story and the boss fights and some of the bigger war set pieces that happen. They have like war encounters, and you start to realize that this game is a little janky in more ways than one. So the boss fights in this game are real bad. They're not fun encounters. They are scaled way too aggressively. They take a really long time to do. You die.
This is the issue right here. I absolutely believe this is a skill issue with this guy. The boss fights are bad because they take a long time to do. He just said that. You can heal, for Christ's sakes. There's healing in the game, all right? That should deal with that issue. And not to mention that maybe part of it is that he has the DSP problem where he wasn't properly leveled up when he was doing this, because he's trying to maybe trying to hurry up a little too much to get his review done. So he's ending up in places where he shouldn't be. But he's complaining about the boss fights being bad.
A lot.
I don't know.
It's one of those things where, you know, I play a lot of Souls-like, so it's not like a skill thing. Like, I was able to get through a lot of the encounters with like...
Oh my God. Let me just post cursor that with I play Souls-likes. Souls-likes aren't hard, bro. They're not. They're just demanding on attention. That's it. The old ones are, but this guy's saying like, I play Elden Ring. I play Souls-likes. Sorry, dude. Elden Ring's not that difficult.
Low-level loot, because I wasn't really focusing on leveling up my loot for a lot of the game.
And also not a thing where you mind dying and having to try again. You're used to that.
I don't mind that at all. It's more that like the fights drag on for a really long time. They are way harder compared to the rest of the combat in the game that I would describe as like Dynasty Warrior-esque easy. It just goes like the complete other direction where you're just getting your butt kicked. 80% of the time in this game, I was unclear if I was doing things as intended or if I was brute forcing it. Like, there was a puzzle once where I was supposed to get up on top of this thing and do this stuff, but I couldn't find an easy path up it. So I did that thing in climbing games where you find like a little alcove that you're not supposed to stand on, but then you do stand on it and it like gets your stamina back and then you climb the rest of the way. And that's how I got up it. It like felt like I was cheating. And then it turned out, as far as I know, that's how you're supposed to get up the encounter.
This guy's complaining because he solved the puzzle and he didn't know if he did it right. This is bitching to bitch.
And so like I never knew
That's
if I was
bitching to
brute
bitch, dude.
forcing
That's crazy.
combat encounters, if I was brute forcing puzzles, or if it was just designed.
I was able to complete all of it, but I don't know if I did it right. So there's multiple ways to finish something, and that's bad. What a way to frame something.
For you to sort of like flub your way through it. And it kind of seems like you are supposed to flub your way through a lot of these encounters, and it makes it feel real bad.
That's distinct from Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild have a similar feeling where you're like, that am I supposed to be doing this right now sort of thing. But that game really rewards you for being creative. That's the feeling you get, is like, wow, I cannot believe that this weird thing I didn't think I was supposed to do worked. Whereas you're saying,
so he's saying Tears of the Kingdom is good because I did this thing that I figured out how to do and it worked good. But in Crimson Desert, I figured out this weird thing, but it worked bad. That is what is being said here, bro. How can you take this rag seriously, bro? How can you?
This doesn't really evoke that same rewarding feeling.
It feels like you either did it wrong or you broke something. And sometimes you are doing it wrong, by the way. Like, I was talking to Mitchell Saltzman and I have been talking about this game a lot. And like, he missed an entire ability that you're supposed to get mandatorily in one of the early chapters. And if you don't get it, you just can't get it. And it's a huge part of the game. It's like a power you need to get through like lots of side quests and optional stuff. And you know, we asked we have access to the developers during this period, luckily, and so he said, "Hey, what's up with that? Am I screwed? Is my file broken?" And they were like, "Oh no, just beat chapter 9 and you'll get there." And chapter 9 is 80 hours.
So there's something you need for side quests. I'm guessing it's the sword shine, because you need the sword shine to solve some things. Although I don't know how you get past that. No, you don't need it for the first quest. You can use it, but you don't need it. You can luck out on it. But I'm guessing it's that little sword shine where you light up things and you can like see the lights and stuff. I also think you can use that once you level it up or get an ability to see where some quests are. I'm guessing it's that. You can use it to blind enemies too. That's what I'm guessing.
Into the game, it's like miles and miles away, and so it was just one of those things where it was like, okay.
But what he's saying is he didn't get it, but you still get it sometime in the game. That's bad.
I didn't have that encounter, but as you mentioned, I did run into a game-breaking bug that completely shut me out of my save file. I could not progress in the main story, and because I was 7 hours behind, I had to choose. Okay, am I going to start 7 hours over, or am I just going to borrow somebody else's save file who's around the same part as me and then continue playing through their file? And so,
which is not ideal.
Oh no, not ideal at all. And it sucked because I really was attached to my character, my build, and it felt like I had like my own story. And yeah, that sort of stuff. Between like the jankiness, like there are bugs, like weird stuff happens, quests break, like stuff just happens in the game where you're just like, oh man, that sucks. It really hurts. And then also just like the moment-to-moment gameplay, particularly in the main storyline, where things just feel very poorly tuned and off kilter and out of nowhere, between the unintuitive puzzles and the boss fights that just feel arbitrarily difficult, where you're not sure if you're supposed to be getting good or leveling up your equipment, or if you're just supposed to eat 50 stacks of meat while you like chump your way through these. Like it seriously is just a very weird game from top to bottom. And so the longer I've played it, the more I've been kind of frustrated because I'm running into these issues and it's just sort of getting old. And one of those is that they just don't know when to end a combat sequence. Like the big war sequences, they go on for way too long, where you're like,
dude, did he just say the big war sequences go on for too long? The big war sequences, guys, when you go in and there's this big war sequence, it lasts a long time. Guys, this big war sequence is actually kind of big, and it takes time to complete. I should be able to go kill a couple guys and it's done.
Like doing multiple steps, like you have to.
He said that, right?
Or I've been kind of
Reviews director Tom Marks here.
Oh, no fucking way did I just... What the hell?
multiple steps, like you have to carry around a flag and plan way too long to know when to end a combat
There we go.
sequence. Like the big war sequences, they go on for way too long, where you're like doing multiple steps, like you have to carry around a
Oh my god, there's multiple steps in the big war sequence.
flag and plant it while 80 guys are around you hitting you, and if one of them hits you, you drop the flag and then have to begin this long button mashing process to pick it up super slowly and move it another couple feet. Like,
Isn't that like a big part of Dynasty Warriors, though, in a way? He's comparing things to Dynasty Warriors. So you have the flag, you protect the flag, you kill all the little guys, you pick up the flag, you run, more little guys, you put the flag down, you whoop their ass, you carry it until you get to where you need to go. How is this a complaint? Oh my god, you guys. I had the flag and I couldn't just run through. They hit me and I dropped it and I had to kill them. Are you kidding?
stuff like that, where you're just like, oh my god, I've been at this for 4 hours and I'm still on the same step of the quest, and it's just like, please let me out of this.
4
I would
hours,
say
I don't believe
the
it.
description is the highs are quite high because they've done the super ambitious thing and they've
What are
kind
the
of
highs?
thrown everything at the wall, but the
I haven't heard
lows
any.
are really low, and it kind of feels like this game tries a little too much. It bites off more than it can chew, and it ends up being kind of a jack of all trades and a master of none, particularly
The jack of all trades, the master of none. I keep seeing people saying this that have played it. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let's see. I know just saw this in the reviews. It was in here, bro. Dude, we're...
It's time.
Okay. I know for a fact I saw this. Jack. Dude, I know for a fact I saw this in a review. I wonder if it's him. Ugh, we're never gonna find it now. Are we? It was a maybe they changed it. Yeah, so this is one thing. There are certain graphics cards. So again, this guy bought it, put a bad review. It doesn't support his graphics card. And it's not going to. It does say that though, but they bought it anyway. Okay. Anyway, dude, anyway. I know I've seen that in the reviews too. I keep seeing this online too. Jack of all trades, master of none. They can't think for themselves, bro.
in kind of the shape of its story and combat encounters and the stuff you're doing out in the world.
Yeah,
it
it's
just
gonna
has
be
a
their
very
attack phrase, 100%.
uneven kind of feel to it.
So you're close to the end, like we said.
Yes.
What's kind of left to see? What's the lingering questions? End game?
Yeah, comparing to
if there
Zelda's
is that,
crazy.
that sort of
much.
stuff?
Pretty much, yeah. So I've tried to focus mostly on the story, which I don't really recommend. Like you
There it is. There it is. He's focused on the story. That's a mistake. This is his problem with all the boss fights. He's not leveling up his character. He's going in under-geared. He's going in under-geared on these boss fights. This is the complaint. This is why they're taking so long. He's not geared up for the boss fights. You can't play the story. You can't. You're going to have a bad time. Now, maybe they should make it so you can earn enough money to buy stuff. I don't know. But dude, the game is not a story game where you just go through the story. To me, this is a world exploration game, and there's a story in it. That's how I've always viewed it. It's world exploration with like varied combat where you can just do whatever the hell you want, do many different things, and then there's also a story. And if you beeline the story, you're gonna have a bad time. And that is absolutely it. That's what happened. But he was only given 2 weeks to play the game, you guys. Now, understandable, it's a huge game. But for this kind of game, I would expect them to spend more time on the game, playing the game, around the game, not beelining to the end to say, I finished it, here's my review. This is the issue, 100%. He got to the bosses saying they take too
kind of
long.
need
I
to
knew
smell
it.
the roses in this game. It kind of forces you to be ready for the next part of the story. So I
And
do
it's not like
recommend,
you've done none.
They're not good enough to play underleveled like Smash JT when he got to Raven. Do you know who else got up to Raven underleveled and beat her? It was me. Yeah, I did beat her. I was quite underleveled. Did not know that it was going to be that goddamn hard. That was a motherfucker. That was 2, maybe 3 streams. Now, I don't stream a long time every stream, but yeah, I think it was my 3rd stream, and I beat her almost right away in the 3rd one. Dude, what a fight. I was like, oh my God. I go back to my ship. I'm like, let me just fly back real quick. You can't. I was like, that is my biggest gripe in Stellar Blade, where you can go somewhere at the end and you can't return. Even though it tells you, it shouldn't tell you. It just shouldn't be a thing. You should be able to be like, fuck, I'm fucked. This is fucked. Like, I don't have enough health. Let me go back. And you just can't. You don't even have a campfire. You don't even have a campfire to go to. You can't even use your ship as a campfire to do anything. You are fucked. And I was fucked. But I did beat it. I did beat her.
Of that, right?
No, I have. And in fact, the game basically forced me to at one point where it was
Check
like,
my
okay,
Discord.
I'm very clearly not equipped for this.
Hold on. No, don't, Dan, I'm just talking to you. It's $2 from Dan saying, hey, Jay, go check your Discord. You can't tell me what to do.
High five.
I'm going to go check my Discord right now. Dan has said
Freeze.
this.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Ooh.
Don't shoot! I'm a human.
No, shoot her. Shoot her. Don't be a bitch. Shoot her. Think about it. Oh, she has nice boobs. No, don't do it.
Sorry about that, babe. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on.
Claire Redfield.
I ain't got no clue, darling. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
Putting some work into this, Dan. You're making like a
Don't
whole
you worry, girlie.
dough, right? Oh, here we go.
You'll be safe in here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
Just do some cuts there. You don't need to show the reaction because she's just a paper doll there. But yeah, that's good, man. That's solid, dude. I like it. It's
So
coming
I'm
along
just going
good.
to go back and do some other stuff and build your settlement and do side
Thank you for
quests
the
and
two.
level up your gear and kind of figure out the stuff there. It really does want you to do that.
Yeah, Void, it's true, man. He's complaining about Dynasty Warriors, and then the bosses are way harder in Dynasty Warriors, too. I just feel like this, when this was coming out, I already knew that Western journalists were going to do this. Western journalists, for some reason, do not like Eastern developers that aren't big names. Like, yeah, they'll glaze freaking anyone doing a Zelda game or a Mario, but they are not like they did this shit to Wukong. Wukong was fabulous game. They shit all over it. Stellar Blade, freaking phenomenal game. They shit all over it. They actually tried to undermine it and destroy them in the process. If we remember all the bullshit they lied about that. And then now they're doing this. It's just not surprising.
But once you get to the end game, some stuff unlocked that I won't spoil here, but I'm looking forward to playing that
Good,
for a couple
Kyle.
hours.
Smash is just
I
talking
really
to
just
the
want to
donos
finish
right
the
now.
game because, as you know, part of IGN's style guide is we finish games before we write reviews, and even though this happens to be an enormous RPG that probably
The finished games before review is hurting IGN on this one. And again, not writing your marathon review and putting in progress is hurting you too. These people, you cannot believe a word that comes out of their mouth. I just don't believe it.
nobody should try to finish in 2 weeks. Like, I'm
You gave
going to try to
Veilguard a
do
9.
that just so that I can, speak from a completely informed perspective before I put a final.
So they pretty much just yap about this from here on out. I want to just kind of let everyone know who Travis Northup is. Okay? I'm going to name 4 games off for you right now. Skull and Bones, High Guard, also known as Concord 2, Concord, known as Concord 1, and what was the other one? There was another one. Another one that was largely disliked. I can't remember. Shit. I'm going to look it up right now. But I want you guys to start guessing what he scored these, because it was him. He scored them. What do you think each one of those got? What do you think he scored Concord 1? Just wondering. What was the other one? Hold on a second. What was the other one? Hold on. What was the other one from Travis Northup? He did something else. Oh, Avowed. Avowed. You're saying a 9? No. He gave Concord a 7. He gave Avowed a 7. He gave Skull and Bones a 7. And he gave High Guard a 7. He gave them all 7s. Those were bad games. Concord, High Guard, Marathon, and Avowed were all terrible games in their genre. Garbage. 7 from Travis Northup. He is scoring Crimson Desert a 6. And it might go down. Just to give everyone an idea about who Travis Northup is. The dreaded IGN 7. The dreaded IGN 7 means nothing. It means it's shit almost every time. It's very rare our 7 lands on a 7 because it is a 7. Generally, it's like, well, this is a Western dev, and we do need to glaze them, and we did sleep with them. All them, they let us sleep with them. That was very nice, so we had to give them a 7. We had to give them something. We'll give them a 7. So Crimson Desert getting a 6? It's fine. Totally fine. The shit Trinity. And I'm not... So, people can bring up the Veilguard 9. Totally legitimate. Veilguard 9 was by an LGBTQ activist. It was trans. Of course he loved it. Okay? But the ones I'm talking about, very specifically, that guy. He scored them all a 7. Him. Which is why I'm talking about them specifically. But again, IGN let that Lena, whoever the fuck his name was, score Dragon Age Veilguard a 9, bro. It's just slimy. This is why I can't take these people seriously at all. And like when people actually do and they like try to take this and rub it in your face or whatever, I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, it's him. It's Travis Northup. Like, I don't believe him. Why should I? Hold on, guys. We're gonna get this. Crimson Desert. The beginning. Number 1. I'm gonna play Crimson Desert, you guys. Let me get this going. Oops. You guys ready for a Crimson Desert release or game? I'm only a little ways into it. I am setting up the stream now. And we will raid it, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it, you guys. I'm going to raid right into it. Let's make a new playlist, because this one's going to need a playlist. New playlist, Crimson Desert. Public date published, newest, oldest. Language, we're in English. We speak English in America, United States. There we go. Boom. All right. Done. Monitor, blah, blah, blah. Starting at, we'll say 11:35. There. That'll get that going. March 20th? Okay, I did it right. I do appreciate everyone for hanging out. Let me go and check out what tier we're in for sure, because we could be in between tier 3 or 4, and I have to double check this. Let me get this real quick. We are. Let me see where we are, because this could be a surprise. Let me see. Oops, I just opened a calendar and not the calculator. Well, that's not going to do shit for me. That's not going to do shit for me. Hold on. Hold on. 2 plus... I'm just going to do this the easy way. We're not doing this since 2, 3... What? Going up the list. We are at tier 3. We are at tier 3. We are... Wait. Yes. We are at tier 3. My God, I am going to have rose-colored glasses. Fuck my life. We're going to be wearing rose-colored glasses on this. So we are at a 15 tier streak. We don't have to worry. We don't have to put that in there. We are at 90 bucks. 91. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Boy, the fuck are you doing? Well, I can stop adding now because we have blown through tier 4. I'm gonna have to put the fucking ring in. No. Hold on, we gotta get this up because it was void. Hold on, we gotta get this up. Hold on, we gotta get this up. Oh my goodness. Void, thank you, man. That is crazy. We had Void just swoop in. I've stopped adding. Outlook is checking for an update. No, we don't actually want Outlook. That was a mistake. Please go away. Please go away with the Outlook thing. We don't want to check it. It's not required. There we go. We got Void coming in with the 50. Says, what tier does this make it? And that's right. No more math. Thank you. The math is done. And we have a Void to thank for it. This will be a pop-up soon.
Thank the legendary Void.
With music. I'm going to get it. I got to do it nice. It'll be good. But so I'll let it play twice. Thank you, Void.
Thank the legendary Void.
$50 making me holla and not have to do math, which is great. I appreciate that. And with the 50, I will say that now we get to watch. We'll watch this one.
It's a wild, wild scene.
I should get a sponsor for that one. That one's so good. I mean, the sponsor is the J Wards, if you want to be serious. Because that came from the J Wards. It is such a phenomenal one. Smash is smelling Smash JT hot sauce now. I saw this, but it's like 60 bucks. I wanted one. I was like, God damn. And it's really fucking hot. Like, it looks like it's really fucking hot. And I'm just like, I would love to get this and support you, dude. But I'm never going to use it. It's too hot. It's way too hot. It's like something happened Nero and something else. I was like, Jesus Christ. And like, that's too much. It's like, it's on fire. No, I can't do it. Yeah, I would love to get it, but it's going to burn my mouth. I don't do super spicy things. I can do like some spice, but not that. That is a killer. Well, shout out to everyone. We're going to go over to the Crimson Desert stream now. We are at tier 4. What an insane stream. Absolutely freaking wild. Thank you all so much for the donos and subs and gift subs. We'll start at the top again. We got Smash JT with the gift sub. Of course, seen and not heard. Shouting out some Crimson Desert. My thing is broken. Can I not scroll? Why does it do this? Let me reload this. Hold on. It's stupid and broken. It's stupid and broken and I can't move. Why does it do this? Don't do that. All right, there we go. We got, yes, seen and not heard, Crimson Desert. We get the 2 from him. We got the 5 as well. Shout out to him. We got Kyle, 11 months a member. Seen again with the 2, Void, Haymaker 50, Roadkill with an uppercut 20. We got Fierce Dan with the 2 and Void with a 50 going all crazy. Absolutely, this is insane. Thank you all so much. This will get the car fixed. You're fixing my car. I hope you all understand this. So I do appreciate that. I said the 11 months, Kyle. I said it. Don't you dare, Kyle. The 11 months. I collected. Yeah, this is getting the car fixed. Oh yeah, the car broke. Yes. Well, we could talk. The entire beginning of the stream was talking about cars being broken, and the fuel line popped out today and was spraying fuel everywhere. I got it on and holding, but it's fucked up. I just had it fucking fixed. Okay, so they're gonna fix it. And now the let's see. It's also doing this shimmy, but the real issue was I just got this oil leak was happening, like something with the pan, not the pan, the oil cover gasket was bad. And they had to go in there, and my spark plugs, it was time for them. Luckily, it was cheaper because they were already in there. So the spark plugs all got swapped. They did this oil cover gasket that always goes bad. These always go bad on these cars. I'm like, oh my God. It's like, it's never ending. So that wasn't fucking cheap. Good Lord. Yes, no, yes, no. Not only was it while I was driving Void, it's while I was driving my daughter home from volleyball practice on an 80-mile-an-hour freeway, where all of a sudden the gas stopped working. It was throwing gas out of the car, and I had to pull over on the left side because I couldn't get over to the right side because the gas did nothing. The gas didn't move the car. So I tried. I was like, I can't get right. And then people are going around me. I'm like, and then I'm like, all right, I'm pulling over to the left, and we're stuck on the left side. It was fun. Today was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was great. But yeah, so I do appreciate you all for supporting me. It is incredible. Because we will be refilling my coffers with your coffers. Thank you. Oh wait, this guy's early in the stream. I'm early in the stream. I agree with you about the Crimson Desert not nerfing bosses. A lot of journalists are having a hard time. You'll love to see it. Well, shout out to you when you get here, man. I did see your comment, and we are live, but we are moving, and he might actually get moved to the new stream of Crimson Desert when this happens. We'll see how it goes. Yes, so we are going to raid into the next stream. It'll just move you. Just stay right here if you want to watch some Crimson Desert, because that's exactly, you guys unlocked it. I'm going to be tier 3'd out of my mind when we come back to it. Oh my God. I had to put all that stuff on. Oh my goodness, this is happening. But, around here, that's just how it is. But it's never goodbye. I'm not saying goodbye to you, because we don't say goodbye around here. We say, see you next time. And next time is just a couple minutes. It'll be fine.
Lights are fading, game was strong. Time to say goodbye so long. We'll be back for another round. It's not the end, we run this town. Until then, keep up the fight. We'll face resistance, we're in the right. Gaming culture needs us to stay strong. So keep on going all night long. JayViper never says goodbye. With the chuds